And I think that I actually unmuted it this time, so we should be having sound.
Awesome.
Welcome back. I'm Devin, aka DM Dodge. We're going to do a quick around the table. We have one extra player today, so this is the full crew that will be joining us with Roll North. But starting over here, we have Liana, who is playing Valhalla. We have Nick, who is playing Egan. We have Timothy, who is playing Sterling. Welcome, Timothy. I'm sorry you missed the first game. We have Ben, who is playing Orin. We have Matt, who is playing Dolan. We have John, who is playing Ignis. We have Lucas, who is playing Aurelius. And we have Spencer, who is playing Wild Rose. I don't think we have any serious business to start with, so we're going to go right into our recap. Baldur's Gate, a city beleaguered by crime, corruption, and class warfare on its best days, finds its population bloated by refugees from the holy city of El Terrell. Rumors spread like wildfire by Hell Riders of El Terrell's disappearance, and with it, the Duke Ulder, leader of the Flaming Fist, Baldur's Gate's mercenary guard. In the wake of this, the guard is stretched to the breaking point, and death cults of Bane, Mercule, and Baal have begun a murder spree unlike anything seen for a decade. Amidst the chaos, Captain Zodge has seen fit to deputize a collection of adventurers to see to these cults. Spurred by the captain's hints at a grim fate for refusal and an unspoken dark shared history, the group of adventurers set off to find a Flaming Fist informant, Tarina. A spattering of Baldur's bones and broken bones later, they find themselves in her company, sussing out their next step in stopping a deja vu of murder in Baldur's Gate. So that's your brief recap. If you will recall, Tarina has just invited you to a back room to speak privately. She has seen your deputized symbols and knows that you are working for the Flaming Fist. But she will pull you back into kind of a large dining hall. There's a 12-foot long table, seats all around, enough for the 7 of you and Tarina. She will quietly close the door behind her. 7. And say the following. Well, I suppose the captain wants to call in a favor.
That is why he sent us here today. We seem to be looking for the
We're looking for a representative.
the Dead Three.
Right.
The Dead 3.
Yes, we've been tasked with finding and eliminating their cults.
It sounded as though that Captain Zarge knew you might have some information about this.
I am knowledgeable of a lot of things, but it seems an untimely request for aid, as while Zodge may find himself busy, as do I.
Perhaps then we do something for you, so you do something for us.
It's a fair proposal.
A favor for a favor.
I do like favors. Well, it just so happens that I might be in need of some aid.
What sort of aid?
It's a little bit of a long story, and I wouldn't really want to bore you, but me and some fellows had a little bit of a misunderstanding. And it comes to my attention that they have recently docked in the port of Baldur's Gate. And it comes to my attention as well that perhaps they might be looking for me.
I hate to make a request of you, but is this something that would also give us a little bit of leeway with the guild? Is this something, and I don't know who's listening, but I understand you know people that know people. Is this something that directly pertains to their business?
Unless you have business with the guild, I suggest you never ask questions of such a nature.
Fair enough. I didn't realize it was that sort of conversation.
You're here on behalf of the Flaming Fist,
Unfortunately, yes.
and that makes you representatives of the Flaming Fist. And no, the guild, of course, would not deal with the Flaming Fist, and as representatives, of course, I would not share anything about the guild for you. You trying to get me killed?
No, not at all. I just want to make sure this doesn't go contrary to another very powerful group's wishes.
You're here for a favor. That is all.
We want to be as kind as we can. So, however we may help you in this matter, please let us know.
So, favor?
When they come for me, I have reason to believe that they'll come tonight. I would like them dead.
That is more than possible.
There may be a sizable group of them. I irritated them rather badly.
Are they coming here then?
Yes.
Well, if we know when, perhaps we can lay traps and such.
I do not know when, and I don't imagine the owner of the establishment would allow you to lay traps.
I was about to say, we are in the middle of a very busy tavern, and they probably would not appreciate random traps. Drunken people stumble on these things all the time outside of taverns.
I mean, the floor is already littered with broken glass.
To jump a little meta really quick, if I could have Lucas and Nick sit back a little bit, and maybe Lucas, turn your cap around, because the camera's coming right over your heads. Yes.
Turn your cap around, Lucas.
So, thank you. Sorry. Back in.
So, have they docked yet?
I think so, yes.
Maybe a plan?
Well,
Separate.
we can either deal with them here, or we could cut them down between here and there.
How about both?
I'll cut off some before they come here. I like your thinking.
I was thinking maybe you follow them up and pincer.
That sounds very violent and good, but what are they here for? Where can we
Violence.
expect them to be headed?
Here, for me, as I've said.
I knew that.
We do not know where they are staying, though. They may be docked, but who knows if they're still on their ship.
I would imagine they're coming here to find me.
We don't know when they will be moving. I think the safest play may be to stay here, defend ourselves.
I don't think drawing attention to ourselves in a busy tavern might be our best idea.
Oh, you're in Baldur's Gate, sweetheart.
Here's an idea. 4 of us stay upstairs. 4 of us stay downstairs. Buy a drink, maybe play a game. Wait till somebody comes in, and if they happen to head upstairs, we follow them.
Pincer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Pincer.
an idea?
None of them have seen our faces, so this would be very easy to pull off. We could just make off like we're patrons staying late.
Perfect. I'll go downstairs and buy a drink.
If you know
Yes,
what any
this
of
sounds
them
like a great
look
idea.
like, or any way to describe them, so that when we see them, we know. If
Any-
you don't, it's not a big deal.
It
just
has
a
been
question.
some time since I've seen them, and I'm not sure who specifically would be coming for me. But I imagine they will be very loud about it.
Lovely. Let the games begin.
No, I think that you're right. We should probably keep away from the tavern, since we don't want to cause a ton of collateral damage here. Just
No, we were talking to stay here because they're coming here. Why
but
would
I
we
think
go
that
somewhere
that's-
else?
We
It's
know
dangerous.
where they are going to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if we don't know what they look like, this would be the best decision.
We keep the damage upstairs.
At this point, you hear a knock on the door, and Tarina looks up. One of you get that?
Not it.
I choose the one with the larger weapon than my own.
I'll cast Mage Hand and open the door that way.
The door weighs more than 10 pounds.
Okay. I look at the biggest guy in the room.
You're all
Egan.
just,
Well, I am the slendest
okay.
guy. So
I
Perhaps.
suppose the lady will open the door.
Uh,
I'll go over.
Only one lady in the room.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm going to go open the door, and I'll peek around kind of a cracked corner, 6 inches, like, I'll open it 6 inches and look around.
Yes, so you open the door, and there is an individual looking at you. The first thing I will say is recognition flashes through your mind. It's a face you remember seeing a few nights ago. Go ahead and describe yourself.
I've got green eyes, which is all you can probably see. Curly brown hair, tan skin. Wearing a cloak. Long enough. Middle-aged. Old enough. Open up.
I think you're probably late.
I was. Also, I'm pretty well beaten up on my face and swollen.
Oh.
And look like I've been through the ringer.
But then again, it looks like you probably were punished for that.
Late
So,
is right.
Who is at the door?
someone that was missing from this.
Do you have a flaming fist pin?
Of course I do.
Let him in.
So he steps in, and as Wild Rose did, you all immediately recognize him.
You all.
Yes, us all. Yeah, why don't you come over here and we'll catch you up to speed.
Have a real parlor room scene like those romantic murder novels.
We won't beat it into you like somebody else has, but we'll explain what happened.
You mean you?
Well, there certainly are a number of you, aren't you?
All the better for you then, I would think.
Alright, what's going on?
Well, it would seem that Tarina here has a task for us to do, which is to kill some people who want her dead. And in turn, she'll give us what we need to find the dead three.
You got some pent-up anger, don't you?
I'm tired with pain, but I'm ready to give it. I'm sick of this game.
Did you try to get away?
I don't want to talk about
Okay.
it, but yeah, you're right.
At least you're one of the ones that made it, not one of the ones that make it.
Made it would be out of here. I would be looking at the none of you. However, here I am. Anything. Let's go on.
Most would think that being alive is better than being dead.
In your case, that's fine enough for me.
Well, I'm not sure what time they'll be here, but I have more Baldur's Bones to attend to. So feel free to join us at the table. You'll lose at my table, I can guarantee you. But whatever else you might do, there will be no information for you if they get to me. So keep your eyes peeled.
Well, I'm not a fan of losing, so I'll head downstairs and buy myself a drink.
Oh, I suppose we are killing time then.
I think I'll just stay up here. Keep an eye on the lady here.
I could use one. What do they call you?
Man?
Man? Well, man. Let's go catch one.
Pleasure.
Call me Sterling. Don't ask twice.
Sterling?
Yes.
I'm Egan.
So Tarina will get up and leave and head back to the tables where you initially saw her. The bar fight that had torn the place up has quickly been cleared. Drinks have been mopped up. People are back at the tables playing more Baldur's Bones. Other games of chance as well, although the favorite is seemingly Baldur's Bones. People are drinking and having a relatively good time. The Flaming Fist individual who had been here prior has left. You do not see any sign of him.
Is that the bloke with the big sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, some of you, I understand, are... Well, you're currently in the room. Tarina has left. You can decide how to split yourselves.
It's just us in the room.
Yes,
currently?
just the 8 of you in the room. And then Tarina shut the door behind her. So you do have a moment of solitude.
I need to take a minute. Don't mind me.
My deepest apologies for bludgeoning you so well.
Yeah, you want to make it up to me? Refill my cup. You nearly broke my fucking arm.
It was better than him killing me with his sword.
Well, you two seem to be getting along really well, so I think you two should pair together. Oh wait, we're not doing pairing. We're going 4 upstairs, 4 downstairs. Correct?
I don't really care for pairs much, so
I don't either.
I prefer apples.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Apples are a bit better, more tart, more crispy.
Dates.
Oh,
quite
I
nice.
see. Pun.
Yes.
I
would
Oh,
think.
wait, are we talking about our favorite foods now?
I would think as the bard you would be a bit more.
I appreciate a good pun,
Hmm.
just not from you.
That's fine.
Animosity is palpable in the room. Well, shall we get a drink? Shall we get some tea?
I will.
At this point, I've pulled out a very, very wicked-looking dagger and a silver bowl and some incense, and just drawing on the table.
By the way, I will let you know, I will remind you, of course, that going anywhere alone is liable to have you lose your purse, as one of you has already found out. So while you may not prefer pairs, you have already learned the hard way that money disappears if there are not at least 2 of you.
I will plan to stay up here with Ignis. Perhaps we split the team 4 down, 4 up, and as you said, when they come for us, we collapse.
Bring up the tail from behind. Like
Do we have
If you
nobody
like it from behind, yes.
staying
I
out
usually
there?
give. Jesus.
I knew there was only a moment of time that somebody was going to drop a joke like that. But anyways,
It's fine.
Are we keeping lookouts outside, or
I imagine
We
they'll,
don't know what they look like.
will likely make themselves known
People
to
with-
us once they enter the bar.
I don't know, people wearing matching outfits or something like that?
I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for somebody when they come in the door anyway.
She
so.
did say they'd be loud. They might just yell, scream.
We literally just went through a bar fight. I think that being loud is kind of a common trait in this part of the world.
Keep an eye out for a handful of knuckleheads that try to hit upstairs. That's the best I could say.
Would they head upstairs though if they see her downstairs?
She's not downstairs. She's doing Baldur's Bones upstairs.
Upstairs, okay.
So just on that note, a quick recap. The group of you are in the Elf Song Tavern, a well-renowned establishment, particularly for a song that occasionally patrons can hear, sung by the ghost of an elf. People will flock here to hear that song. It doesn't happen every night. Sometimes it happens multiple times during a night. There's no guaranteeing when it will happen. That's part of the allure of the Elf Song Tavern and possibly part of a marketing scheme. Who knows? But that being said, it is a 2-story establishment, with the bottom being very generally the tap room, several private corners, the kitchen, a couple private rooms, and then there are the stairs up to this kind of larger upstairs dining room. In this dining room, it's a high ceiling, large rafters, very well lit, but carpeted at the same time. So soft, cozy, and there's 2 very large tables where patrons will play Baldur's Bones. There are several doors off of this, best you can tell, perhaps separate dining areas, perhaps guest suites. But the Elf Song Tavern is not renowned as an inn, so while they may have a couple guest suites, it's not a place that you would come and stay typically. I guess you could say they'd be known for longer term patrons to stay there. The room you are currently in is upstairs. It is on the west side of the building, west side of the upstairs part of the building. So when you come back through that, you will immediately enter the area with the 2 long tables of people gambling.
So
We don't know if these people are named evil or not.
I wouldn't say that you would know if anyone was innately evil. Except perhaps, Outer Planes creatures can be said to be evil for sure.
Just
Well,
by the look.
why don't we go to our posts then?
Posts.
Posts, yes.
Post up to the bar.
I'll go downstairs with you.
So the bar is downstairs, so anyone headed to the bar will be headed downstairs.
I'll walk with the new guy.
I'm following this fool.
Well,
It makes 4 of us.
that makes 4.
That's right.
So Wild Rose, Valhalla, Egan, and Sterling make their way downstairs to the tap room.
I'm gonna put my hand on where my money is, just in case. Just gonna hang on to that one.
Sure.
Yeah, as you travel through, and there's a larger group of you, and you seem to be well armed, patrons will kind of part. There's a general sense of respect or being wary of people who are sober, not alone, and looking out for themselves.
Right. With a double-handed
You do
blade.
see, as you're walking through, various people eyeing those individuals in the bar who are not so sober, more alone, and not carrying weapons, although that is not the case anywhere. Everyone here has a weapon of some variety.
I'm only one of those.
Which one?
What?
I would prefer that if I'm going to be with the upstairs group, I am going to pair myself up with somebody and possibly take up a position where I am with my fiddle playing a very light tune, but keeping my ears very much open for if the elf song begins. Because if I'm playing when the elf song begins, then that is not a good position for me to be in. Everybody will be very upset.
So I will tell you there are 2 kind of small 2-person couches in this room. One on the north side next to a door, and one on the southeast corner. Both of those do have a fairly good vantage of the stairs coming up, and currently both are vacant. So if you are choosing to sit together, although it's a little cozy.
Ignis, would you like to go to the southeast corner?
Let us go. And I'll clean up all my stuff for my ritual. And go on.
All right. Well, that means the rest of us, the remaining 2, are in the other corner.
So the north corner also gives you a pretty good view of those playing Baldur's Bones. You can't see on the table as there are people thick around it, but you do have a pretty good eye on Tarina from that position in particular.
Would we have enough of a vantage to notice who enters and leaves that aggregate of people?
Yeah, so yes and no. What I would say is your vantage gives you a pretty clear view of the stairs, who would be filing down, but the table itself, or filing up, the table itself, there's kind of a rotating larger group, and as soon as they rotate away from the north sides of the table, you might lose them in the crowd.
I've heard plenty of story of very skilled rogues figuring out how to bypass these portals to enter a group, stab, and then leave. I'm a little bit hesitant to not have full view of who may be or may not be approaching.
You can see
Or
Tarina
Mark.
very
Yes.
clearly. So anyone who comes within 5 feet of her, you would
Okay.
notice. You just might not notice those that rounded the table or got lost in the crowd. The other thing I will mention, this upstairs, totally windowless.
Okay.
As best as you can tell, the only way up and down is the stairs.
Okay. Feel a little bit better. I will begin my song.
Okay. So you begin a song, which, as you start, is almost immediately interrupted
Okay.
by none other than the lady herself. You hear, and everybody quiets down as
Okay.
this begins, sort of this haunting melody. And then that melody stops. And there's kind of silence because people are confused. She typically will begin her song, play it through, and finish. Those of you that are downstairs
Yep.
hear this as well. The song is kind of lit up through the entire place, and then quiets. And it's eerily quiet because all the patrons were listening for this song. And then the voice kind of changes,
Uh-huh.
and you hear the following. Oh, sing a song of El Terrell, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs and fields green and still. This land of long abiding joy, home of the strong and brave, renowned by all across the realms, and never once a slave, never once a slave. Oh, sing a song of El Terrell, when foes are at her door, her fields torn by cloven feet from some infernal shore. Arise, the mighty Hell Riders, take up your swift keen swords, then charge into the hellish fray and scatter devils' hordes. Oh, sing a song of El Terrell, and when the night does fall, sleep safe beneath companions' light until the dawn does call. We're bound by a mortal covenant that only ends with death, and so we'll sing of El Terrell until our dying breath.
There you go. Yeah, that's what's up.
That's all right.
No,
Never gonna do that again, but there you go.
I think you should.
There you go.
Encore.
No.
One more song. One more
More
song.
song. One.
Not I. Yes.
This hits me in the feels, being the one of the group that was born around and grew up in El Terrell, and knowing that El Terrell, according to a substantial account, is no longer there. This is a song that I would have known from my childhood, I imagine.
So,
Unless it is brand new for some reason. It's the latest hits out of El Terrell.
It's top 20. Billboard's top 20.
Yeah.
so
their
none of
last
you have
top
actually
20.
heard this song. Actually, you're from there. Give me a history check.
Okay, excellent. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I just
re-roll it. No
yeah, I'm gonna
way.
re-roll it. Hey, I didn't.
Roll it with your card.
I did
You're
not
good.
do that on purpose, and I almost did it again. History, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not. Ooh, no, you know what? I'm pretty darn knowledgeable in history. So, well, maybe not. That's 14.
14. All right. I was looking for a DC 20. But that being said, you've not heard the song before. But the things you recognize, the companion sight, the companion, of course, being the sun, the artificial sun that
Yep.
burns above El Terrell. You recognize the name, the Hell Riders.
Yes.
Of course, those are the passionate guardians of the city. And the rest of you recognize the name of the Hell Riders if you're not from El Terrell, because the captain, Captain Zaj, mentioned that there were Hell Riders that had come into the city and were stirring up kind of unrest, unease, paranoia, if you will, that Baldur's Gate could be next. The patrons are aghast. They have no idea what just happened. Nobody has ever heard In all the time of the Elf Song Tavern, never once has she sang another tune than her traditional Elf Song tune.
So this is different.
And those of you who know the city, those of you who've been here, lived here, know this for sure. You're shocked by what's occurred. Those of you who have not been here, who have not been to the Elf Song Tavern, you immediately pick up that this was not normal.
All right.
Well, that was unexpected. Does anybody smell any magic or anything like that?
Well, it's definitely not a trick. Changing it up.
I will put some weed in my pipe and lean back in my couch and kind of have my hand on my heavy crossbow.
I'll approach the bar and I'll get us some drinks.
Okay?
Break the silence.
Alan, the bartender, is kind of slow. He just seems a little struck by what occurred. But as soon as you come up and you put coin on the counter, he kind of finds himself and says, you're back down. There was trouble upstairs, but I reckon only one person died. So,
It was handled. I'll need,
yeah.
Are you drinking Wild Rose?
I suppose so. I'm just a little bit concerned about...
Sterling,
Yeah.
did you want a drink?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I'll grab 4 pints.
Make it 5.
6.
It's on my dollar. It'll be 4.
He slides 4 out, and he kind of like, still in shock, kind of like heads off to serve other customers.
Does it take payment?
Yeah, he'll take it. So the general thing is,
All right,
it's
sweet.
assumed that
He'll
you've
take
slapped coin down on the table.
Oh,
He'll bring
okay,
the
gotcha,
things
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
pull the coin, yes.
Did that sound like a prophecy? Something like that?
You already left us.
Didn't
What'd you
sound-
serve other
No, I was
patrons?
thinking. That's me thinking internally.
It sounded, to the best of my ability as it sounded, there were important words in there, there were important things. However, she will not sing it again. So you got what you got. Yeah.
Well, it'll be a start, I guess.
Laheim.
This is the 4 downstairs.
Salute.
Technology.
And the 4 upstairs. What are you doing?
I, at this point, being that I was going to play a tune and then this happened, I no longer feel like I want to play my tune. I am thinking very hard about this, and also recalling the piece of information which you have mentioned, which I presume that we all know, that Hell Riders from El Terrell have been stirring up stories, have been stirring up rumors, and suddenly I recall that and feel that, have I known this group of people to lie or be so fanatical?
No.
I don't know if I have. I
So
don't
what
think
you would
so.
know, they are fanatical.
Oh, well, I mean,
they are
sure.
certainly fanatical, but they are fanatical, lawful, good kind of fanatical.
Right.
So
Not fear-mongering.
right, but the other thing in the back of your mind is they do have a hatred for Baldur's Gate, a deep-seated hatred because of the corruption, the crime, the type of people that live here, the government,
Okay.
the freedom of religion,
Sure.
all these things.
So it's kind of like the equivalent of that one dude that stands like outside of the concert hall where that big concert is being held, and it has that sign. It's like, hey, everybody. Yeah. Kind of. People are kind of treating it like that. Like,
Corner preachers.
yeah.
So-
End of times.
So one of the things is these Hell Riders are amongst the refugees from El Terrell. So it's not just Hell Riders. There are citizens of El Terrell who are reacting in the same way. In fact, I think I might have mentioned the refugees number in the hundreds, perhaps thousands.
Right.
And so the Hell Riders are also seeding this fear that that perhaps people in Baldur's Gate caused the disappearance of El Terrell.
Got you.
Because as far as they're aware, this is that's the type of city that this might be.
That's Sodom and Gomorrah type stuff.
I feel torn. I feel like I should be out helping refugees. I am here, however, and I'm going to serve my purpose for being here at this moment.
So you sit back, kind of thinking about El Terrell, everything, of course, from the past 3 days that you missed, all of these rumors crushing in on you. I'm going to say that while you are able to keep your eyes on the door and perhaps on your mark, you're just going to be a little less aware of your surroundings because of the turmoil that everything that's going on would be having on you. That being said, there's 8 of you, so it's fine. Ignis, what are you doing?
Hanging out on the couch.
Right.
Probably bandaging my arm. And keeping an eye just on kind of everyone in the room.
All right, sounds good. Up here, it's a little noisy, and people seem fixed on their games. But occasionally, some patrons will come upstairs, and they might be talking, murmuring. I imagine you pay a little extra attention to them. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Nice. 15 minus 1, so 14.
All right, so among the general conversation that you hear, there's a what seems to be an off-duty member of the watch, and a couple other people coming upstairs, and he's muttering, he's kind of whispering to his fellows. You hear the following: "I'll bet my last copper piece those so-called refugees are advanced scouts. There's an army preparing to attack Baldur's Gate. El Terrell isn't missing at all. It's all fear. All fear-mongering." And with that, he kind of those 3 pass into the crowd that's gambling, and you lose sight of, or you lose earshot of their conversation. Aurelius, what are you doing?
So we're in the room with bones going on, the gambling, right?
Correct.
Is there any sort of, so they're on the couches, I will sit on the arm of one of them,
Okay.
and then is this a kind of establishment in which there would be some sort of like newspaper, magazine, gazette, chronicle?
There are things lying around.
Okay.
It's evening, so everything would have been passed out in the morning.
Okay.
You might have some tattered remains of
Okay.
something from the floor, so you could definitely pick something
I will
up.
be half reading that, but really paying attention near these 2 on the couch.
Yeah, and so, what is the name? There's I think it's the Baldur's Mouth, or the Baldur's Mouth, which is the kind of well-known publication. Have you been in the city for some time, Aurelius?
I would say not super long, maybe like a month, maybe a little bit
Okay,
over a month.
So you've heard the Baldur's Mouth criers on the corners.
Okay.
They've tried to sell you or hand out the newspapers as kind of interested as you are in that stuff. You've picked some up. You've glanced at them. They're kind of a populist paper. Generally speaking, they spread the latest gossip about the nobles. They spread kind of the laws that are passed down, and they keep a good enough relationship with the patriarchs and the dukes that they don't get in too much trouble for their subtle smears and cries to the population to do something about the corruption and crisis and the Flaming Fist failing to apprehend criminals or turning a blind eye to happenings. So it is that type of.
Is there anything of note that I see that I would have read, or is it all just?
Give me an investigation check.
19.
Okay, so you find a little opinion piece
Oh, I love editorials. I love editorials. Yes.
And the opinion piece is titled, "What if Uldr's dead?" And it goes into this kind of long-winded exposition about what might occur within the Flaming Fist. Now remember, Uldr is a duke.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the 4 dukes, and he is the most powerful of the dukes because he controlled the mercenary group that enforced law in the city.
Okay.
He is also the duke that is missing. He
Mhm.
was in El Terrell. And so this piece is, what if he's gone? Who stands to gain? Who stands to rise to power? Who are the contenders? And so it goes through a long-winded number of the names of patriarchs and what they might stand to gain.
Follow the money.
But a little piece is his end bit, because after all he's writing, you want to know his opinion. And his opinion is his money is on Thalamra Valamper. Thalamra Venthamper. Something like that.
Okay, great.
I'll say it a couple more times until I get it.
Close enough.
I
should
have
be
a
a-
pronunciation guide in
There
the
should
front.
be a pronunciation guide in the front.
I know. But this you recognize as the name of one of the dukes. She is particularly well known because she came from nothing. She was one of the. We have a cat making comments on
I'm
this.
gonna go.
There's
That's
a,
all
it's,
good.
it's
Just
the
the
tavern
fancy.
cat.
The tavern cat.
it's the
Don't worry about
tavern
it.
cat.
Don't worry about it.
It's the local tavern cat.
It's ambiance.
That's in there.
That being said, the editor does a quick kind of snapshot of Van Thamper. I'll just look at the phone.
There's no need to get catty about it.
God.
Me.
Thalamra Van Thumper.
Okay.
Thalamra Van Thumper.
We had to take a dramatic pause.
Ah.
So
Dude.
she is particularly well known. She was in charge in her first post of the sewers and drainage and other such disgusting things, and she worked her way up. But this editor opines that she's always had a thirst for power.
So she's a were-rat, basically. There's always were-rats in the sewers.
Orin.
So Arn will be smoking his pipe and basically just watching the stairs.
Sounds good. So you're posted up,
Yeah.
watching. What is your passive perception, by the way?
13.
Okay.
Not high.
Sounds good.
Okay, never mind.
We'll head back downstairs. The 4 of you are deep into your first pint. Conversation has kind of come back up around you. At first, it was all just chitter chatter. What was that? What did you hear? Did you hear that? Something about Hell Riders? What's a Hell Rider? The companion? What does that even mean? And that's all the chitter chatter.
Is there a dartboard anywhere?
There is not, for obvious reasons.
Land arts are outlawed here, Micah.
Oh.
I'm kind of deep into my pint. Is there anybody that's looking at us?
Give me a perception check.
17.
Yeah. So the only other person who's sitting at the bar, who's been there this entire time, is a halfling. He's sitting kind of up on a boosted seat. He's very colorfully draped, and he is looking at you with a look of kind of disdain.
Well,
I don't like you. I don't like you either. I'm wanted in 12 different systems.
Well, total aboard to you, lad.
Hey now!
Anybody else need another round?
I'd go for another.
Yeah, piss off. Sounds good. And I'll go to the bar and sit next to him and order another round.
Yeah,
And
so as you sit next to him, he kind of like very visibly scoots his chair further away from you.
I
Did you
scoot
go there
mine.
alone? Why'd you do that?
I did. I scoot mine away from him and I kind of give him a. What do you want? Fucker?
Yeah. So my number one thing is you've wandered alone through the tavern. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh no. Goodbye, coins.
Set that away. 19.
So yeah, as you were walking, you did feel something. They're very good here. So you reach down, you slap your purse, you grab it, you look. There's not a person there. While you managed to save your purse, you did not see the entity that was attempting to take it.
Fuck off. Go to the bar.
All right, so you sit down at the bar. As you get closer, you notice this fellow has 6 beakers in front of him, and each seems to have a different ale, beer, alcohol in it. And he has a small like dropper, and each one is a slightly different color. And by slightly different color, I mean not variations of beer colors, variations of more vibrant chemical colors. Blues, greens, yellows, reds.
Is that on the menu?
Bugger off.
Well, fuck off. I'm looking for a drink, but however, while I'm here, what the hell are you up to?
Drinking alone. Bugger off.
Good. Barkeep. 3 drinks. And, yeah.
He just kind of stares at you. He has this unblinking, very obvious, like, piss off face.
I'll glance at him and say, do your eyes ever get dry?
Not once in my entire life.
Yeah.
I cry for the wretches of this city. Now leave me alone.
Happily, but I would suggest some decent eyelids.
You are one of the wretches of this city.
I'll glance behind me. Say, is there an echo in here? Or are you talking to yourself?
I'd rather be talking to myself.
Alright. Go on.
He continues to stare at you.
Do you want a beer? Or are you just gonna stare at me?
Do you not see the 6 drinks in front of me?
Are those drinks? Or
Of course.
The hell are you
Nimwit.
drinking? Is that what it's called?
He just stares at you.
Oh, I have 3 drinks, and where the hell this guy's drinking? Ninwit.
Alan says, it's just ale.
Hey. Well, why is his different than mine? I mean, how much do I owe you?
How close am I to them?
You're not too far down the bar, probably 6-7 stools away, so you can
But
hear
I
the
can hear it.
conversation.
I'll kind of creep over. I'll look over. I'm an alchemist by trade, and also I know a bit about more dangerous substances. I'll kind of see if I can sniff anything from here or see anything from here.
Yeah, there is the overwhelming scent of sweat, bodies, you know,
Sure.
drunk, ale on the breath. It's a tavern.
Oh, what's going on down there?
Should we go down there? Just let her happen. Alright.
I'll just see what he can, what if he wants to continue this line of questioning, but otherwise, I'm good.
Take a drink.
His shit? Well, fuckers, get over here. Well, I mean, like, you drinking something better? You drinking something worse? Am I in danger? What are you drinking?
Piss off.
Is that 2 words? Or 1?
And with that,
1, 2, 3, 4.
crazy quick, he reaches down, grabs the vial, and throws it in your face.
Oh,
Can I try to...
Well, you have
Get
an
out
armor
of the way.
class.
No way.
and he will crit.
Oh.
Wow.
So you go to say something, and he throws it, and it goes right into your mouth.
Oh.
Good.
And it burns like acid, as though it is acid.
Oh man. Half elf is kind of scary.
And he will do 5 plus 3 points of damage. You take 8 points of damage.
Oh no.
Are you down?
Milk.
How many hit points do you have maximum?
I think 8.
Do I?
All right. So the acid hits you in the face, and you guys watch as Sterling tumbles off the back of his bar stool, foaming at the mouth, some kind of his face turning red where the liquid has splashed on him.
Can you come with me?
Yeah.
Can we move over there and
Well-
I can lay hands on it quick?
First, I'm gonna go, barkeep, I need water.
No, that's not going to neutralize it.
Alan kind of like looks and he says, "He fucked with him, didn't he?"
What are you waiting for, mate? Come on, water!
I'm gonna get some.
Coin.
I'll get some. I'm gonna get some lye out of my. I'm gonna get some lye out of my kit, and I'm gonna. Start,
Yeah, he'll slide you.
I dumped the water on his face.
yeah, I'll get some lye or some baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yeah,
Okay.
like neutralize
Yeah,
it.
it seems like it was like you're looking at it. You immediately see that it was like just a flash reaction, so it doesn't look to be continuing to burn in any way. It just looks like, he pushed a fellow that didn't want to be pushed. You guys are upstairs. Do you do anything about this? Anyone else who is? So you grab
Splash-
water.
Splash water in his face.
You
He
checked
ra-
him out.
he ran
looks,
off?
He looks to be dying. He's unconscious.
I mean, if they're
I'm-
coming over.
But you would rush
lay on
over and lay on hands.
Yeah, I want to do lay on hands.
5 health.
Page 84.
Up to 5 health is what you can
5
do.
health. 5 times your paladin.
Perfect. So I'm going to do lay on hands. It's one of my things as a paladin. It's my blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. As an action, you can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature, up to the maximum amount remaining in your pool. There's a different part to it, but that's not what I'm doing.
Correct. There is another part, but once that comes up, we'll read that section. So how many hit points do you restore to him?
5.
5 hit points. So you kind of choke, come to consciousness. The halfling has replaced the beaker and poured more alcohol into it and taken a little dropper and dropped a little bit into it. Does anyone else have any interest in speaking to this fellow?
I'll talk to him. I'm like, he didn't do anything other than run his mouth. I don't understand.
Piss off.
Don't do it.
It's probably best to leave this child alone.
Roll initiative.
Oh
yeah.
Oh no.
He's one of the 4 assassins.
We're gonna be
This is turning into a
damaged
comedy
before
movie.
people get here.
11.
11. All right, so yeah, you can roll into initiative as well if you choose. At this point, his eyes just went to Egan, and he's obviously going to go after Egan. So you can choose to
No,
be a
I'm-
part of this or not.
Definitely gonna shoot first if I see him reaching for something.
All right. So you have an 11. What do you have?
Only an 8.
An 8. Are you doing anything?
I rolled a 9.
Down here. You're upstairs.
Sorry.
That's a 1. That's a hard 1.
All right. He's going to go first.
Ugh.
You're going to go second.
Wait.
You're going to go third. And you're going to go fourth.
Stone.
Sounds good.
Oh.
So he is going to turn to you, sweep his arm at all the potions, and just throw the entire lot at you.
Oh man.
It's like color spray.
He's gonna miss.
Oh,
So
no,
they
that
kind
poor
of.
waitress.
They kind of so these bottles, he was too angry, too quick. He goes to swipe them, and they kind of shatter as he hits them. They dump all over the bar. You see different things occur. One of them lights up across the bar, starting kind of a flash fire. Another one melts into it. Another one travels across the bar, and little shocks kind of go across the surface.
Okay. I'm gonna sheath my my sword.
Sheath or unsheath?
Sheath.
Okay.
Laugh. And go, Alan. One on him. One on me for him, and then walk away.
All right. He's sputtering. He's not going to do anything about that. Do you do anything, Wild Rose?
I mean, so the little man, just one more time. He's just still sitting there, right?
Yeah. He's very angry, and
Leave
he's
the
just
child alone. Just leave the child alone. Let him play with his toys.
I'll grip like the kind of the knife that's at an odd angle at my hip, and I'll kind of like stare for a second, and then I'll back up.
Wild
Just
Rose,
kinda-
we have better things to do with our time tonight.
I'll kind of like glare, and I'll back up and just like straighten my hat.
So everyone kind of moves away. Do you move away as well?
Are we sure he's not one of the assassins?
I think he was somebody
Can we
drinking at the
kill
bar
him?
that we pestered.
He seems like a regular.
All right.
Alan's
regular
kind of like
prick.
Alan's like watching the fire burn on his countertop and just shaking his head.
I assume he has business owner insurance.
I'll get up and kind of and walk away.
All right.
Didn't you already pay for some beers?
Oh,
Yeah, you
I'll
have the
come
three
back.
of them.
You want to grab those?
Attaboy.
I'll give him a finger with two of the beers in my hand.
I'll take that as repayment for your
So
life.
you glance
Thank
back
you.
over your
That
shoulder,
one and that one.
and the halfling is kind of like picking up the shattered pieces of his beaker and like throwing them on the ground, and he's throwing like a little mini fit, but he's not going to follow you or bother you.
You know how to piss
He
people off, don't
reacted
you?
out of anger, but you don't imagine he has any desire to actually like pick a full-on fight with 4 people. Yeah.
Seems a little cruel.
So
yeah,
that being
he
said,
was a little cruel.
Just can give these back.
thanks for that.
I would honestly not be surprised if he's a serial killer.
He's got short man complex.
He's got a short temper.
Stop with your jokes. Can we just drink beer? I hurt so bad.
So some more of the evening
Cheers.
passes. You sit and you nurse your red, kind of burning, itching face.
Black beer on it.
The beer all tastes a little acrid.
pH level's not quite right on this for you, is it?
Nope.
But actually, Wild Rose offers some baking soda, and you put that in your mouth, and it's disgusting and powdery, and you cough a little bit, but ultimately it helps bring the taste of the beer back to a normal flavor.
Lovely.
So,
Any more bar fights before they arrive, or should we maybe just chill?
Well, the evening's still early.
you glance
Say the
out.
night
Those
is
of you on
young.
the ground floor glance out. You see the familiar eerie green glow of the lanterns that establish a building is open for business during the night, reflecting through these dense mists that kind of snake through the streets in the lower city. It's to that time of night where walking alone is as good as committing suicide.
It's the pink mist. You get stabbed at.
Called the red mist.
So that's it is getting on later in the evening. Those of you upstairs have not really seen anyone come upstairs that seems particularly threatening. Patrons have come in and out downstairs, and once again, no one really incredibly threatening. Yeah.
Maybe it was a false alarm.
Tarina's still playing Baldur's Bones. As the evening goes on, she does seem to be getting a little like twitchy. Like she's like looking over her shoulder a lot more. Her eyes constantly kind of scanning who's come up. She's definitely getting nervous.
Can I clarify? So just to clarify the setup, so we can see from the down. We're upstairs, and we can see the downstairs through like down the stairs, or is it like a balcony thing, and we overlook like where?
Oh yeah.
I'll give you this
Good-
little
oh, good
thing so you
point.
can see. You're sitting there, so you can see the stairs. They come up here. Dolan is over here watching Tarina, who's over here.
And how can I see the?
You can't see this.
I can't see, but I can see. Okay.
You can see the stairs. Yeah, there's just a rail, so you can see the back of people's heads as they
perfect.
come up.
Okay.
Other question: how much time do you think has passed from when we separated?
A couple hours at this point.
Could we consider one of those be a short rest?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Did you pass out on the toilet over there, Sterling?
Well, you don't need to sleep for a short rest.
I mean, we're
You did pick a fight,
diligently in a
though,
bar drinking.
during your
Doesn't really
time.
sound restful
Short
to
resting.
Just anything. Relaxing.
me. Like getting acid thrown on your face.
Well,
I would-
can we?
So here's the thing. Relaxing is not, generally speaking, tensely waiting for a fight. So
that's my specialty.
so that's not necessarily a short rest. The other thing about short rests is I will make sure that you cannot say, "Did we do this?" I will have you say, "Can we do this?" And I will say, "You can try," and I will roll encounters. And if nothing disturbs it, you will get a short rest off. Fair?
Yeah.
All right. So, does anyone wish to do anything over these 2 hours other than pick a bar fight, drink, watch the stairs, watch Tarina become ever more nervous? All right. Just going around to make sure really quick. Valhalla, drinking, watching the door.
Si, senor.
How many drinks?
2.
2? Give me a con save. This is against poison. I don't suppose you have any resistances.
19.
Yeah, you're not. You're fine.
+1, 20.
Nice.
Perfect.
Uh,
How many drinks have you had?
Well, is it just drinking and that's it downstairs? Basically, just.
There's drinking, there's people talking, there's tables. You could have been kind of mingling, watching people.
Sure.
There's games down there.
Okay. 3.
3 drinks? Give me a con save.
$15.
Do you have a modifier?
That was modified.
15 after mod?
Yep.
Alright, sounds good. You're fine. Not even really a buzz at this
Well-
point. 2 hours, 3 beers, you're fine. Sterling, how many have you drank? 3 minimum. A 4th. For sure. For sure you've had 4.
Yeah.
Any more?
4.
Does that include the poison?
4.
And the
4 it
baking soda.
is.
And
Oh, in the baking soda?
so 3.5. Just kidding. 15.
15 will make. So you're kind of like, you're feeling that little tingle, but you're definitely not inebriated.
Is it the acid on my face? That's
It
the
could be
single?
that. You're not sure.
Okay. So I'm just blushing and I'm.
Wild Rose, how many have you had?
I don't think I've had more than 2. I'm supposed to be alert.
Sounds good. That was the warning. Go ahead and make your concept.
9.
But as a lightweight, 2 is enough, as your DC was 10.
Sure.
Just so you know, the inebriation, I started 8, plus 1 per drink. Over a time span changes it, but basically you had a 10 to beat. So you are considered poisoned.
Okay.
The poisoned condition gives you disadvantage on attack rolls, skill checks,
Yeah.
not saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Attack rolls and skill checks.
I think dex saving throws you have.
What specific saving throws?
I have it right here,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, so not saving throws at all.
Okay.
All right. So you're feeling it a little bit. It's been a long night. Upstairs, you have definitely not had access to alcohol in the same way. I would guess at most you've been able to get a hold of 1 drink up here. So have you drank?
Just tea.
Have you drank?
I drank half of 1, and I'm setting it out to be very apparent that I've drinking half of 1.
All right. Give me a save at advantage.
I mean,
kind
you're
of save?
fine.
What kind of save is it?
Con.
It's a con save. Well, that is a 13.
All right, sounds good. You easily make the 8. 0?
0.
There it is.
0.
All right. So.
No white wine.
Not this time. After to celebrate, I'll have my Pinot.
So, Tarina was not lying when she said they would be loud. At this point, the front door to the Elf Song Tavern caves inward.
Oi.
And people, the two guards, you remember the half ogre and the animated armor?
Yeah.
They kind of just step to the side. They're not going to do anything about it.
What?
This is the worst security I've ever seen.
You have a guess that they're only here to protect Alan and his workers.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That they don't care about the patrons at all.
Uh-oh.
That immediately hits
Workers'
you.
comps.
Yeah.
That being said,
Rowdy.
8 motley humans saunter into the tavern. Their leader, a brawny man with a cloudy right eye, a cruel sneer, and a pirate's swagger. The others are an unsavory, rowdy bunch who act as if they own the place. They come in, they start kicking people out of chairs, making themselves at home, snatching drinks away from patrons. They don't come up to the bar and do so, it's just the table's on the way. So they've made themselves at home. After those 8, 4 more come in and kind of take a post at the door. They look very pointedly at the half-ogre and the animated armor, and both those step further away.
Dope. This looks fun.
I suspect these are the fellas.
The cloudy-eyed fellow grabs someone's drink. He says, "Yar, we're looking for an old friend of ours." The whole place has kind of gone quiet. Goes by the name of Tarina. Or so I'm told. Loves to cheat at Baldur's Bones. Tall pint to anyone who can give me her whereabouts.
She's upstairs.
Alan, give the man a pint. And with that,
The trap
the
has
whole
been
group
set.
Really?
just heads straight to the
And
stairs.
we wait until like
You
half
hear
of them
this.
start making their way up.
Do I hear him
Oh
yell?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little.
So like, yeah.
He comes up and he taps your shoulder. Yar, you look like a tough one. After the business. You want to come drink on the boat?
What kind of boat you got?
Finest ship in the land.
You know, you've got yourself a deal. Sit back and
Um,
chug my drink.
I'll be looking forward to it. It's the uncivil serpent. It's the end of the new arrivals pier. After all this, come join us.
Right.
With that, he turns and he follows his men upstairs. The 4 men who came in last stay standing by the door. And they're kind of watching the patrons. The cloudy-eyed fellow heads upstairs, the rest of the crew behind him. You guys hear them coming upstairs, and as he's coming up, he says, "Oh, Tarina, we have business!"
So there's 4 downstairs,
Yes.
and then there's cloudy-eyed man and 3,
And 8.
7.
7.
8.
And 8.
Okay,
Eight.
so there's 12 of them total.
13.
13 plus. I'm
Whoa.
ignoring. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
So they'll come up the stairs. You guys sitting, you see this fellow come up. The men immediately head towards the tables, start tossing patrons aside, picking up bones, collecting money from the tables as though they've just won it. Does anyone do anything at this point?
So so it's just the leader who's come up the stairs,
No.
or it's how
The
many?
leader plus 8.
Plus 8.
So there's 12 coming upstairs and there's 4
No,
still.
No.
There are 9 upstairs, 4 downstairs.
Yeah.
4 at the door downstairs,
Okay,
leader plus
gotcha,
8.
gotcha.
How are they dressed? What kind of armor are they wearing?
They're dressed like pirates. Leather at best.
Great.
Leather.
I feel like opening up. I feel like just going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
They get to the first row of tables, and I run up and will shock and grasp.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright. They are watching patrons, so we'll roll right into initiative. It's not going to be a surprise for them
Okay.
as they've got
Just
weapons
those
drawn
4.
and stuff.
Okay.
Everybody can roll into initiative at this point. You don't have to do anything on your turn, but you will hear the,
The clatter upstairs.
yeah.
Also, be aware that there are multiple
I got
spellcasters
one.
upstairs and no actual need.
Oh,
I
that's
have
not fair.
advantage. Oh, thank God I have advantage.
Yeah, you also would have had a
boy.
one.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I rolled 3 ones. 3 ones. 3 ones.
3 ones. Alright, so,
Hey, it could be.
if somebody could deal with these for me, I have a 13 and an 18 as far as mine. So go ahead and give me
What if
whatever
I
I
have an
belong.
18 too?
It'll go to you.
Okay.
I have a 13 and an
18.
Are you asking someone that's higher than
18 or
Let's
higher.
let's
18
count
or higher.
I have a
down
20.
to see who is highest.
So you have 20.
So I usually say 20 to 25, 15 to 20. I set those categories typically.
So
All
then-
right. So then 19 or 17 to 19. Cool. So they have 3.
That works.
15 to 17.
16.
16. Who has the higher
I'm
dex?
guessing.
You will have a higher dex, I would assume.
Yeah.
My dex is 14.
What?
My dex
Yeah.
is 14.
Oh, yeah, 17.
Okay. So then we have 13 to 15.
Right here. 14.
Leo?
I have a 13.
7.
8 is backwards, just so you know.
Yeah. So then what's your other one? 8.
No.
13.
13 and 18.
I have 3.
I have 10.
We need another one.
That's
Haha,
me.
but we only need one more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be last. I'll make another one for next
I have
time.
10.
The uncounted person will be last.
Okay.
Right?
10.
It's the person without a number.
So Dolan's last.
All right. So,
Last card.
that being
First
said,
card.
Wild Rose, you're downstairs. These people have gone upstairs. You hear them immediately start kind of rustling about. You know Tarina's at the table. You know that they're probably going to kill her on sight, is what she's said to you. So you don't have much time.
Yeah, without a cool chandelier that I can ride to the ceiling, I'm gonna have to pretty much, find another way up. There's no ladders.
Just the one staircase, and you're probably 25
And I'm
feet from
drunk, so I look at the guards and I'm like, okay. So now I'm drunk and I've got I'm pulling a knife out and I'm like getting behind the bar, like kind of crawling against it, and I'm gonna actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna take my sling and do what I was gonna do last time. I'm gonna grab like an object off the bar and sling it into one of their heads.
one of the ones guarding the door.
The other ones are upstairs. You
The other ones
wouldn't
have,
be able to-
just kind of
You know
disappeared
what?
up the stairs.
I'll stealth, and I'll take stealth as my action and make my way over there.
All right, disadvantage.
Over there or up there?
Drunkenly
Up the stairs. Yeah, that's
Nice.
8 total.
All right. So as soon as you start doing it, the four pirates at the door, they obviously see you. One kind of yells out, "Hey, ain't none of your business what's going on up there.
I'm trying to get out of here,
Door's here.
but you're in front of the door.
You can leave."
Does that kill my action still?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh yes, because you've stealthed.
Mhm.
They just
I
noticed.
kind of hid, so
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right. So you stay where you are. Or you continue towards upstairs.
I'm going to take cover where I am.
All right, sounds good. You duck behind a bar stool. Down on the ground, you see the halfling, and he's sitting there clutching his bottles, he's like, looking very afraid.
Why don't you use those?
Going right
Valhalla.
upstairs.
All right, so you go to move upstairs. You'll get those same shouts, like, "You got no business up there, girl."
I mean, just gonna hit that intimidation factor, which is something I have proficiency in, and I'm gonna keep going.
All right, you can try to intimidate them if you want to. That is an action. Otherwise, you can
no,
use.
I'm just going the fuck upstairs. Sorry,
Alright.
he's going upstairs.
No, you're good. So you will use your movement and your action to get up to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
So what you will see is these guys jumping to action. You'll see the pirates kind of shoving patrons around. General chaos. But
Get
not
up here! There's chaos! Let's go!
um,
Who likes a good bar fight?
with that, who's 3?
You.
I'm hoping patrons.
3. All right, so
There's gotta be some angry drunks in this place.
the patrons seem to be getting out of the way.
Oh, they're not going to fight. All right, then.
They want nothing to do with this.
Where's all the
what was
staff
that roll?
at?
There are 5 staff members total. There's Alan, his 2 bartenders who are behind the bar with him, and there are the 2 guards, and they are down at the door,
That's it?
just not doing anything.
Nobody's running the games? Oh, no.
No, they're private games, man. They're just people playing amongst themselves.
Oh, no.
So with that said, the guy with the kind of cloudy eye, he hasn't seen you guys making moves yet. He hasn't seen Tarina yet either. So he's going to look around for Tarina. And with a 24, he will see her.
Great.
And point her out. And as he does, all of the guards or all of the pirates look towards her, and she screams. But that's his turn. And he will move closer.
Some mob
towards her.
boss scream.
All right.
Some mob boss.
She's an informant.
Yeah.
She's not a mob boss. She's just an informant.
She was pretty cocky in the beginning for her to scream.
Yeah, well, she knows these people. That being said, we'll go to number 4.
So they're upstairs. Everybody's upstairs.
Yeah.
Except the 4 guards who are
I don't care
downstairs.
about them right now.
Yes.
So, what's the distance like for me to run up? Do you think? I mean, like I'm probably pretty close to the stairs.
It'd be about 60 feet to get up to the top of the stairs. So it's your
Not
move and your action to get
25?
there. No. 20, 30 to the bottom.
And the main dude I'm not a fan of. He's right at the front of the door or something like that. Is that correct?
The little halfling?
Not the dude that threw acid in my face, but the guy that's after Tarina.
He's upstairs.
Can I see him?
No. 2 levels. You're downstairs. He's upstairs.
Oh,
you cannot see through the floor.
I was thinking single.
Yes.
Oh, that throws everything up. Well, I'm gonna head up as much as I can. Can I see anybody?
Yeah,
I mean,
so you'll make it to the top of the stairs, like Valhalla. You'll see the patrons scattering around the room. You'll see these pirates kind of throwing them to the side, and they've got their eyes on. You also see Tarina as the cloudy-eyed fellow points her out and heads towards her. You're not within range of anybody, plus you've used your move and your action. Do you have a bonus action at all?
I wasn't trying to use my action at all. I was just trying to like.
Then you're at the bottom of the stairs. Yes.
I got you. So I can't see anybody. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get up as far or as close to them as I can.
That's just to the top
You are
of
at the top of the stairs,
with me.
and you have nothing left. You can see the scene.
I know what I want to do is I want to get as close as I can within my general movement, and then use my short bow and.
So, you cannot
60
stop
feet to
halfway
get to the
between your
top.
action as you're using your action to move. You've used your move to get to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh.
You cannot see anything. You have your action,
Right.
I
which
got
you're
you.
using to dash up the stairs.
Nope, was not trying to do that. Just trying to move as close as I can to the stairs or up the stairs. However, 60 foot. Then I'll go ahead and throw my short bow and just throw out a little arrow or something.
No.
Up the stairs?
So
the
action.
four
So
on
action
the
economy.
bottom.
Let's talk about
Action
Oh, on the
economy.
bottom one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just
Oh,
moving
okay.
30 feet to the bottom of
And
the
then
stairs
attacking
and then
towards the
shooting
bottom?
up.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
guys, I'm
Not shooting,
on
I'm shooting at the
my
door.
way
Oh,
upstairs and then doubling back or looking over my shoulder and just
That makes
plucking
sense.
one
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
happily. God.
Get it.
Ooh, what could it be?
Yay!
20. There you go.
Excellent. So that is a crit.
Yeah.
So you roll 2 dice instead of your 1. It is 2d6, I believe. And then add your
Here's the red ones.
dexterity
Thanks,
modifier.
For blood.
Yay!
Oh, 5, 7, plus 3, 10, 13.
What? Nope, just 10.
Just 10.
Just 10.
You
7,
don't
5,
double
10.
the 3. Just the dice.
All right. So
10.
the arrow sticks in one. He's still standing, but it looks like it hurt him pretty bad. And now they
Great.
look like they're going to come and kill you. Number 5.
That's me. I will cast firebolt on one of the people in the room.
One of the pirates.
Not the boss one,
All right.
but one of
Sounds
them.
good. I should, I suppose, start doing this real quick.
That means you don't need a hammer.
All right. So, firebolt at one of the pirates.
Oh, does a 11 hit?
No, it does not. So it singes off his leather armor. Next, we will go to. Oh, do you move at all, or do you stay there?
Is there anything for me to hide behind?
Not really in
Okay.
this particular. I mean, I guess you could. Once your friend is off the couch, you could flip it. You could drop.
Okay.
You could drop the little end table and cower behind an end table. But as far as real cover,
Okay,
there's not.
then I guess no.
Okay, sounds good. Then we will go to 6.
So technically the pirate leader has acted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to fire my heavy crossbow at one of the other pirates that has not acted.
Okay.
Because due to the revised ranger gives me advantage at attacking creatures that have not acted yet.
Okay.
Crit.
No, unfortunately. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Great. And I will do an extra 2 damage because it's a humanoid, and humanoids are my favorite enemies. And I do max damage, so 14 damage.
All right. 14 damage. We'll immediately drop him.
Great.
Yes.
All right.
And due to crossbow expert, I don't have to use my bonus action to reload.
Perfect. All set?
Yes.
All right. 7.
How close is the nearest one to me?
Were you on the north wall or the southeast corner?
I was by.
Southeast.
We're all.
No, you're not.
No, you're different
They were
couches.
at north. You guys were southeast.
Dolan
I
plus
was-
1 was on the north. The
I was
other plus 1 was on
specifically
the
sitting
Yeah.
next to.
Southeast.
Yeah, he was
So
sitting
you were
next to me.
southeast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So the closest one is about 25 feet from you.
I will Ray of Frost. The closest one to me. What is that? 13 plus like 6, so 19.
That will hit.
8 for 2 cold damage, and his movement speed is slowed by 2
All right.
feet.
Sounds good. Anything else for you?
That'll be all.
Perfect. So then we'll go to the pirates. The pirates by the door. I don't think the only person that attacked them was Sterling.
Yeah.
So Sterling.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
Yes. So you are the only ones who have attacked the 4 by the door.
Okay.
So the 4 of those pirates will come after you.
Would it be possible to clarify whether or not I had sneak attack on that last hit?
You did not have sneak attack.
Thank you.
Yes. In order to have sneak attack, you need to have either advantage on the attack or an ally within 5 feet of them.
That's the deal. Okay.
Yes.
Just check. Thank you.
For sure. So they will all pull their light crossbows up,
Good deal.
It's a firing line.
and 4 light crossbow bolts will come at you. What is your armor class?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried. 14. 14. All right, so they are adding to their attack plus
One.
3. So
One.
2 hits. Okay?
Okay.
And with that, those are going to be
Hit,
light
drop.
crossbows are going to be D8 plus 1 piercing damage.
No.
Ones all day, baby.
Good night.
The first one will do 3 points of damage.
Take it.
The second will do 4 points of damage.
Down.
All right.
Oh.
So you guys watch him down. Watch him drop with crossbow bolts in him. 2 crossbow bolts kind of like plunked into the stairs near him, and they take their bonus action to reload their light crossbows, and they kind of chuckle.
Dang it.
Next, we are going to go to 9.
Who's downstairs? You,
Wild
you,
Rose and I know I'm
or
upstairs.
you're upstairs.
4 hombres.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go boss fight. I'm gonna finish my drink, slam it, pull my sword out, and rush the 4 guys by the door.
All right, sounds good. You rush them. You do have the movement to get to them from the bar, so you're within melee. Go ahead and make an attack.
Good night, Egan. Yep, that's 9
9 total
to hit. 6 plus 3.
will miss. So you rush up to them, and yeah.
And so he's in their
Was
face.
there anything else?
Nope,
Yeah, he's up in their face.
that's it.
10. Dolan.
All right. Excellent. So I'm going to pop right up to my feet. First question. Are there pirates within a 20-foot cube where players are not?
Yes. There are also patrons. Anywhere you would hit patrons,
And Tarina.
and Tarina potentially.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
AoE
can't-
will have collateral.
I can't avoid Tarina.
You can, but you will hit patrons.
Okay, that's fine. I'll hit patrons.
All right.
It's not. I'm not. What I am doing. Collateral. Well, what I am doing is I'm going to pop up to my feet, brandish my fiddle, and I'm going to play a staccato tune, and then end with a 4-5-1 chord progression, and on each chord I'm going to light up that 20-foot cube with fairy fire.
All right, sounds good. So Dex saves. I'm going to do 20-foot cube.
Do you want me to read out fairy fire?
Huh?
Do you
Oh,
want me to
yes,
read
go
out
ahead.
fairy
Sorry,
fire?
read out fairy
I
fire
dropped
for
my
me.
card. Where'd it go?
Uh-oh.
It's on the table.
While you
Forever.
read it, I will roll the saving throws.
You may as well just roll it then.
What's your DC?
My DC is going to be 13. Oh, I have my card.
There you
You want me
go.
to read my card?
Yes,
Okay.
read it away.
Each object in that 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. I'm going to choose green.
All right.
Any creature in that area, when the spell is cast, is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw of 13. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and if the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay, sounds good. So you will light up the captain and 3 of the pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Also, every patron in the area.
Okay.
All right.
Let it up, up, let it up, up.
I didn't attack the patrons.
They're on green fire.
The other patrons can move out of the way if they wish.
Just turn into a club fight.
Yeah.
We were told that casualties were not an issue. We just needed to do our tasks.
That is
so,
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know?
You're deputized.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Okay, I look
paladin.
over at the small man. I'm like, oh, they're ruining a perfectly good night drinking for you. Could I borrow some of that acid, or maybe some? If you have some alchemist fire or something.
Sounded like a
Persuasion check.
That sounds like a terminology drop.
That is a 19.
A 19.
Yeah.
So he says
No, a 20. Sorry.
20?
Yeah.
He says, perhaps you have some coin?
Yes. Just take what I have. I give him like 10 gold pieces.
All right.
Wow,
For
that's
10
a
gold
lot.
pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Fun mechanic. You have persuaded him into the fight.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
And so he will.
You have recruited a mercenary.
Just be
Yeah.
careful and don't hit the idiot in front of them if you can help it.
He will go on your turn.
Turn
Just
on
to
a
keep
wave.
this simple. So he kind of smiles and says, you're trying to get upstairs?
Yeah.
And he pulls out a small branch, which, to the best of your knowledge, appears to be a spell casting focus.
Okay.
And he charges across the room, and he yells as he comes close. It is a cube. You are going to be caught in this, so I apologize.
No,
But
that's how it is, man.
he casts the spell Thunderwave.
Oh no. Oh no.
And so
Jolly green
uh,
nose.
the halfling runs up and he says,
Oh.
"Boom!"
No.
And the bandits will. 2 of them will make their save. 2 will fail. So Thunderwave, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, they take half the damage and are not pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, and the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. So you all hear this boom as the place turns into a club and the bass hits.
The bass drops. I
The
think is the
bass
actual
dropped.
term.
Yes.
Nice. It's the what is that? The Skrillex where they're all like,
What's the saving roll?
like you know.
It
the
is a
air blowing back and
Constitution
stuff.
saving throw. DC 13.
21. 15 plus 6.
Perfect. So you will take half of 14 points of damage.
Good night.
Oh.
So 7 points of damage to you.
Yeah.
That being said, the 2 pirates that failed are blown backwards into the wall and just crumble. They look shattered. They're bleeding from their eyes, their nose, their ears. The 2 that save,
How'd you
one
determine?
is already almost dead. I determined by numbering the dice. So the one that was shot with an arrow will also collapse, and so there's 1 guard remaining, and he's just kind of clutching his ears in pain.
And I'll
So there's only 1 guard left.
do I still
Downstairs.
do I still have an action?
No, your persuasion was your action.
I'll
So
move-
you effectively cast Thunderwave.
I'm gonna move over to
Awesome.
if I still have a movement then. I'll move over to the stairs where Sterling is standing in a defensive posture.
No,
Where
Sterling's
Sterling
dead.
is laying.
I know, I'm watching over Sterling's
Oh,
body.
you're in a defensive posture. I was like, Sterling's on the ground.
Maybe like in the
Not
closest,
dead, I'm
behind
just-
the closest cover,
Alright.
holding like this kind of comma-looking weapon
Most
in one hand and like a short sword in the other.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, he's looking pretty messed up. He's bleeding from holes in his body, but, you know, he'll probably live, maybe. So number 2, Valhalla.
Sick. All right.
You hear this boom from downstairs. You hear screams of pain. You hear patrons bolting for the doors. This is too much.
Big bada boom.
You also hear bells ringing,
What?
No.
but the Flaming Fist are 8 rounds away.
Oh my god.
But aren't we the Flaming Fist?
Yeah, come on, man.
Do you think we're...
All right,
Call the
well,
Flaming Fist.
You are the Flaming Fist.
You are the Flaming Fist.
The
okay.
response time in this
am
place
the-
is not phenomenal.
Yeah, we're
So,
Signal this place.
yeah, all right. I'm at the top of the stairs. Cool. And none of the Just glowing lights on people.
Glowing lights on people. The leader is lit up in glowing lights, so you do recognize the spell. You do recognize that you will have advantage on your attacks against him.
I'd like to just go ahead and right ahead and attack that leader. Let's go.
All right, you charge
Hit
up.
him.
You have the movement to do it. What weapon do you have right now?
A glaive, man. We gotta jump.
Swing the glaive out.
Oh,
and go
yeah.
ahead and make your attack roll at advantage.
Alright. It's sad, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
18.
All right, roll it again just in case you
roll.
crit.
Oh.
Casey crit.
19.
All right.
Yeah.
So you easily surpass the this fellow's armor class, and you can go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, that's a D10 slashing. Where are we? D10. That's this one. Yeah, it's this one, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Wow, that's great. That's 2. That's great. Plus
points of damage?
3.
Plus
so
3.
5.
5 points of damage.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Those aren't mine.
You hit him, and he kind of growls and turns around. He says, "You messed up." Number 3.
Nice. Alright, guys.
He'll
Oh, it's him! Yeah! Good job, Liana.
he will strike you. He has 3 attacks. 2
Oh.
with the
Oh,
daggers
nice.
and 1 with a scimitar.
Okay, cool.
As he just unleashes on you.
Yeah, hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
So 1 will miss. He adds 5. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
All right, so only the scimitar will hit.
What is that one?
That
most
is
damage.
23 to hit.
Yep, that definitely hits me.
And he will
But
deal.
is he at a disadvantage or am I just at an advantage?
You're just at advantage. So he will only deal 4 points of damage with that strike.
Did we?
Minimum.
Were we at 9? Because
You
I
were.
took 2 forever ago, so nothing's healed yet, though. Right?
Nothing's
Nothing's
healed
healed
yet.
yet.
Cool. So we're at 5. Wow, that fucks me up. Uh-oh.
And he looks tough. That blow you landed on him didn't even seem to like phase him in any way. That being said, number 4,
Done. Dead guys.
death save. Yeah. So when a character drops from damage when they hit 0 hit points, they have to go into what are called death saves. The result of this is if you roll a natural 20, you come up at the beginning of your turn and you can fight. If you roll a natural 1, you get 2 fails. It appears as though my friend might have rolled a natural 1.
No.
No,
No?
it's a 4.
Okay, so not a natural 1, but he does fail his save. 3 fails, you die.
Here, let me help
Successes, you stabilize
Oh, hey,
unconscious.
can you fill in that failure spot? Thanks.
There you go. So he fails his first save. And we will go to number 5. Aurelius.
I will. I will on the boss
Yeah, thank you. I
cast Firebolt at advantage. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does a 17 hit?
It does indeed.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I love you.
Well, we'll see how much damage I do.
2!
Oh,
2
yeah.
points of damage.
Yeah, that's what's up,
He
man.
glances off his shoulder and he says, "Alright, be looking for a fight." Number 6.
Take out the boss.
Boss.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just shoot my heavy crossbow at the boss.
Okay.
Shut him
With
down.
You have
Thank you.
advantage
Yeah.
due to the fairy fire.
Yeah. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll do 12 damage.
Yeah.
19 total to him so far.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you're
I'm
a
I'm
boss
still
over
leaning
there.
back in the couch,
He's
just kind of
grinning.
casually putting bolts in my heavy
He's
crossbow.
grinning.
Oh,
I
he's
guess
grinning.
we're doing
He
this.
doesn't seem phased. He looks like he's amping up. Like he's excited for this
Going
fight.
Super Saiyan
Yeah.
over there.
He's a bloodthirsty pirate. He doesn't mind taking a few hits. Number 7.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness.
At?
The boss.
Alright.
Yeah.
20 something to hit.
It hits.
Ray of Sickness, 2d8 damage, and I need him to make a Constitution.
Can you tell me what
saving
type of
throw.
damage?
I believe it's poison.
Alright. So, he will resist this damage. And
Is it
he will
pirate?
not be poisoned. But
Does he
half
also?
damage.
Yeah, half.
half damage.
All right, fine. He takes 3 damage.
All right. So, not quite as effective as you had hoped. Next, we will go to, I believe, the pirates. So, they are single-minded, and so several of them will go up and chop down your good friend, your new acquaintance that you are attempting to save. 2 of them, in fact, will make it to her and make attack rolls. 1 will hit, and she will take a hefty blow. She doesn't quite collapse under it, but she doesn't look like she can take another hit.
Great. Wonderful.
And she's in the corner. She has nowhere to go.
Yeah, cool.
So she's like screaming out to help her, essentially. Next, we are
Change my
going
plan.
to some more will turn. So that was 2 on her, which means there are 1 is dead. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. So the 5 will turn and kind of mob at you guys. So those of you across the room, 2 will charge over to you. 2 will charge over to spellcasters. 2 to each spellcaster, 1 to Ben.
There's
5 left to attack.
yeah.
He hasn't done any damage, so they're not concerned about him. So 2, 2, 1. So 2, 2. Aurelius. They will make swings at you. 1 will miss, but the other, I believe, with a 21 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he will do 4 points of damage to you. The next one, Ignis. What's your armor class?
11.
Oh, yeah. They roll low, but not quite that low. 9 plus 3 is 12 for both of them. And they will each do 4 from one and 3 from another.
Not too bad.
You still up?
Yeah.
Nice. 1 goes over to Orin. And 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
All right. That is going to do 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Downstairs. The 1 remaining.
Mm-hmm.
You smell fecal matter.
I'm unconscious.
Anyone down there?
Not wild growth.
I'm down there.
You're not close enough to smell it. But he's shaking and he books out the door. He's done. He's out.
Yeah.
Okay, that was not my turn.
With that, at that moment, the 2 guards will kind of like sidle back to the door.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Great.
They'll
great
look
job.
out. They'll be like, they'll start calling for Flaming Fist. But they hear the bells. So,
8 turns away.
Next, we are going to go to, that was 8, 9.
Alright.
Saving
Death
throw.
save.
19.
That is a
Yeah.
success. So 1 success for Egan.
Almost a 1.
10.
1 away.
All right. Is our mark, is she within 30 feet?
Of you? Yes.
Okay, excellent. So I am going to play a short chime and cast Healing Word
All right.
as a bonus action.
So Healing Word.
Healing Word. A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. And range is actually 60 feet. But this is different from Cure Wounds, where Cure Wounds requires touch and does more healing. This is range, does less healing, but I can use it as bonus action.
All right. Make your heal.
That is going to be 1 plus 3. So I'm going to do 4 heal
Okay.
to her. And then I'm going to grab for my rapier with my other hand and slash up against whoever is closest to me, I guess.
Yeah. So you were standing next to, who was with you?
Ignis.
Ignis?
No,
No,
Aurelius.
me.
Aurelius.
Oh, Aurelius. So you're next to Aurelius, one of the ones on Aurelius. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That is going to be, ooh, that's probably going to miss. 3, oh yeah, it's going to miss. 7.
7 will miss. All right. Next.
Wild Rose.
All right. Is the halfling? Did he bolt upstairs, or is he still kind of at the landing?
He's right at the door where the 4 guards were, and he's just kind of like laughing and yelling about the smell of feces.
I'm like,
Betty is a child.
Super great work. Next, do you have anything to help my friends that have fallen down?
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Yeah, could you help them while I go upstairs?
I got my money. I'll do what I need to do. You go do you.
I
Don't
will-
act like I'm dumb. Go kill things.
All right,
Save your friend.
I'm gonna go run upstairs, looking concerned.
You do you!
All right.
Correct terminology for the time.
So I was
You
kind
do
of
you.
near the base of the
Live your
stairs
truth.
because that's where Sterling was.
Yep.
So
Sounds good. So that is only your movement to get upstairs.
Okay.
So you're looking at this room of chaos. A bunch of people lit up. 3 of your friends attacking the main guy. Pirates on others. Yeah.
but there's nobody at the landing I can attack without a ranged attack, right?
No.
Okay. I will. I'll drop my short sword and pull out another dagger that I can throw at somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So near within range, you could throw it easily at one that is on Orin. You could easily throw it at one that is on Aurelius. You could easily throw it at one that is on Ignis.
I think that. Let's see. Yeah, I'll throw one that's on Aurelius.
All right.
Let's see here what I do. Yeah, that's
Nice.
18.
18 hits.
Okay.
So dagger is D4.
That's only 3 damage. I'm not cool yet.
All right. Plunks into his side. It looks like it hurts him. The pirates aren't incredibly tough. Pirate
If they're
captain.
within 5 feet, doesn't he get sneak attack? Of me?
They're within 5 feet of you. That's true.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, another 5.
Adding 5 more
8
points of damage. That hurt real bad. He has taken 8 points of damage.
So smart.
Nice.
Great job.
All
I
right.
read.
So with that,
Oh, but good.
the halfling will kind of like look down at you and wave his wand and touch you, and he casts Cure Wounds. So speaking of Cure Wounds, Cure Wounds, a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. And he will heal you for 10 points.
Wow.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's more than my max life.
100%, 100p.
Nice.
10 hit points.
And
No.
he kind of whispers in your ear, "Call me a child again."
Just gonna nod.
Did he say thanks for the drink?
No. You're lucky you bought him a drink, or he would have got over and healed somewhere else.
That's one classy kid.
Belhala.
Yeah, we're gonna just go straight for also just this still attacking the boss because this is where I am, you know. Go
All right.
dun dun dun. 15.
Roll again. You still have advantage.
yeah.
Still advantage, you can roll again, but 15
lit
plus
up?
what?
2, I think. Yeah.
Probably
One.
more.
Yeah.
So 15
Wait,
plus
what?
2 plus your strength modifier, so 15 plus 5, so that is a 20.
20. So I hit him.
Yes, you do hit him.
All right, we're going with
Take
this
down the
D8.
boss.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fudge nuggets.
That's so good.
Well,
One plus
also,
3 is 4.
is that a D8 or D10?
That's a D10.
That's a
Ooh,
D10.
reroll?
No, I'm a D10.
Oh, okay. You said D8.
No, I'm a D10. I
thought-
have
sorry.
Sorry.
So 4 total points of
Okay,
damage.
still not hurting.
Yeah, he still looks pretty good.
And it's his turn.
Pretty good. And it is his turn. And he smiles, a crooked smile, his kind of glazed over eye, not really focusing on anything. But you see several gold teeth. And he brings up his fist, which has this just beautiful gemmed ring. And he's going to slam it into your face
Nice.
Ooh,
twice, and then he'll stick you with a scimitar.
this is a bad guy.
So a 22 to hit, a 19 to hit,
Yuck.
and then the scimitar is going to be a crit.
Oh my gosh. Rough.
The first one with the ring will be 1 point plus his strength modifier. So that will be 3 points of damage. And then another 3 points of damage. You still up?
No, I'm at -1.
Oh.
Okay, so that's good. You drop to 0. And the crit that'll go through, he will stick you as you fall, and you will fail 2 death saves.
Ooh. Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
Do you know there
No, you're still alive. You're just unconscious.
Just
just
don't fail at
unconscious.
death save.
So, that was his turn. Number 4. What do you do?
Trying
Saving.
To, saving a
Death
death throw.
save.
Okay.
1 success.
All right,
One
1
fail.
fail, 1
That
success.
is correct.
Number 5. Aurelius.
I will. So there's 2 on me, correct?
Yeah, but one that's looking pretty messed up.
I will, I guess, attempt to do my dagger on that one.
All right, make an attack roll. I think you need only hit him.
That will not hit him.
What's your total?
That would be a 11.
That will miss him by a single point, sadly. Anything else you do?
Nope.
Number 6.
Is he one of the glowing
Yeah.
green ones? Would that be not an advantage?
So are there pirates that are the ones that are on Tarina? Are any of them lit up with the fairy fire?
On Tarina. Yes.
Great. I'm gonna attack the one with fairy fire. No one's caring about Tarina.
We're all kind
you
of.
are. You are. Yes, you are.
We're all kind of occupied right now.
Right. Okay, here it goes. Another heavy crossbow. Because I have crossbow expert, I don't take disadvantage. Being within 5 feet.
I also apologize. I did lose track of time, so we are late taking a break. I know that is 8:51. So after your attack, we'll take 10.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Great. 10 damage.
10 damage.
MD10.
We'll drop him.
Oh, nice.
All right. And with that, we will be right back. Sorry we ran late. Thanks for tuning in. Give us 10 minutes, and we'll come back so we can finish up the fight before we finish up at 10. Boom, bop. Boom, bop. And welcome back from break. We had to cut in the middle of combat. I ran way too late for the break. Sorry about that. But here we are, jumping right back in. Quick reminder, we have 2 dying players at the moment. Valhalla on her last leg as she took a critical hit from the boss while she has already been down. And then we've got Sterling, who has succeeded and failed a death save so far. The only other person who was down was Egan, and our friendly halfling alchemist druid has revived him. So, with that, we'll go right to number 7, Ignis.
Get your butt up here. We're gonna Ray of Frost the captain.
All right, here comes a ray of frost.
Captain Frost.
At advantage. Right.
Natural 20.
Doesn't even need advantage. That's gonna miss. No, do your thing.
He takes a solid 7 cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10.
All right, he's definitely looking okay. Next, we're going to go to number 8, which I believe is that me?
Yep,
Yes,
that is
that's
you.
me. That's the pirates. So the downstairs is clear of pirates, which means at this point in time we only have 6 pirates remaining. 2 of which are going to attack our mark. And they will both miss her as she cowers in the corner, with one getting real close, 1 point away. Then we're
I'd
going
like
to go.
argue she takes the dodge action on her turns.
She's cowering. She's frightened.
Can still take the dodge.
Next, we are going to go to the ones that are on Aurelius. I believe that 2 are still on you.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2 will strike, and both will hit.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be doing 6 points of damage. Are you still up?
Nope, I'm -4.
All right, so at 0, and the next one will hit, causing you 2 fails. So Aurelius is on the ground. Next, we are going to go to
9.
no. One on. Did you drop yours?
No.
Okay. One on you and one on.
I attack someone.
Yeah. One on you and one on Ignis, I believe. Ignis. It's gonna miss. Oren. Gonna miss.
Great.
All right. So Dire Straits, we have now 3 members of the party down on the ground, dying. 2 of them with 2 failed saves. So we will go to 9.
Dash towards the stairs, upstairs,
Okay.
from the front door.
Sounds good. Past your dying friend on the ground.
Yep.
All right.
What? Who's dying?
Sterling.
Sterling is at the base of the stairs.
10
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the halfling after he picks me up and go, "Boy, do you have anything to raise spirits?"
Takes a glass. It's a spirit. Go kill some things.
Thanks. I'm gonna grab it and pull the cork and spit it out. And anything.
It's literally alcohol.
It's a spirit. It's alcohol.
It's.
Like you
You
get
smell the
spirits on an
alcohol.
airplane.
All right.
He
I'll
was telling you to take your turn.
cool. I'll run up to
Sterling.
Sterling and pour the alcohol in his mouth.
You're gonna poison him, so he has
Why are you
disadvantage.
I didn't know.
You don't have to. You can help him with a. You can try to do a medicine check and stabilize him if you'd like.
Oh man, I want to bring him up. All right, I'll stabilize with medicine.
All right, go ahead and do a medicine check.
Nope. Bowls.
Doesn't
5.
5 will fail to stabilize him. At the base of the stairs. Number 10, Dolan.
Dolan. There's a lot of fighting going around here. The most successful person at fighting. Actually, are you up right now?
Nope, I'm dead.
You're down. Ugh.
Dying.
Dying.
Mostly dead.
Mostly dying.
Oh, I got choices. So I could just like break off from the person that's next to me, attack of opportunity, and try to help somebody. But you know what? I don't have any more healing abilities, so I'm going to continue attacking the person in front of me. But before I do that, I'm going to Bardic Inspiration. You're upstairs.
Yes.
You.
Great.
All right.
And with Bardic Inspiration, you add dice to your next attack roll, whatever.
Cool.
And I'm going to slash my rapier
All right.
up the one adjacent to me.
This-
That is a 15 plus. Oh, did you say advantage?
And you do have advantage on that one.
Yes, that's right. I didn't roll advantage last time. That is a 15 plus a 4. This is 19.
Go hit.
Super. So that is going to be a D8. Oh, look
Roll
at that.
high.
I did not grab my D8. I got so many dices here. There we are. That is a 2 plus a 2 is a 4.
4 points
I
of
know
damage.
math.
Sounds good. Anything else for you?
Those are my 2.
All right. Wild Rose, you come up to just because
Yeah.
you came upstairs,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Just a grisly sight.
Okay. I've got a confession to make. I think I've forgotten to roll a disadvantage on my drunk check. I assume I'm still drunk.
Yes,
Okay.
that is okay.
Well, the lady we're supposed to protect is dying. My friends are dying.
She's being attacked. She's not dying.
She's being attacked.
She's still alive.
Is she within my movement range?
It will take your full action and movement to get across to
Then
her.
I'm going to, and between Valhalla and I always forget, and you have to help me.
Both of them
Aurelius?
have failed
Aurelius.
2 saves.
Okay. Oh, the choices here. I'm going to move towards Valhalla, since I assume she's close by.
Boss.
Yep.
And I'm gonna, and there's a person they're moving away from her now? Or are they still
Standing over her, but yeah, so you'll be one-on-one with him if you enter that space.
Alright.
It takes 3 attacks, maybe.
I'm here. Oh, this is the boss?
Yes.
I think about it. I'm gonna stand in front of the boss, and
All right.
I'm gonna just bend down and do a medicine check. Drunk.
All right.
I got a nat. Oh, well, one of those was a D12, but that's not helping me. 'Cause I got
Reroll
a
them both.
natural one. All right. They're around.
Good.
Drunk in real life and in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that 6 would be a 9. So it's not a. It's not
A
good.
9 is just short.
I know.
Does not quite
I know.
stabilize.
No. Maybe I should have packed a healer's kit, not a poisoner's kit.
All right. So, let me just check something really quick.
Right. Eyes up here.
There's only one thing that can save you now.
Quick save.
Quick save.
That should have been done before.
You're right.
Not anymore. All right. So, the halfling pops up to the top of the stairs, looks around. I can't give it to you. I have to do a 50-50 chance. But he has a single spell slot left. So low you, high you. It will go to you. A healing word pops off, and that is the
Define you?
last.
You just gonna
Valhalla. I pointed.
you.
No, you
I pointed. But Valhalla,
you.
a
I
healing
didn't see
word
it.
pops off to you, and that will heal you for 6 points. And
Does that
so,
just take away my failures?
no, you are.
Yes.
If you heal,
Yes.
if
Yeah,
you
it does take away your failures.
So, if you heal while it doesn't just take away answering the question. If you are healed while you are dying, you come back conscious, so you can stand up on your turn, and yes, those do go away as well, not just. So,
it's
there
your
you
turn.
are, conscious, and it is the beginning of your turn.
Nice timing.
Oh, I forgot the half.
I'm
was
gonna
under
attack
my
the
claw.
boss.
Pay 10 gold for that.
I like that one.
I'm gonna stand up, I guess.
All right.
Maybe I should move away
And you're-
from this boss.
You gotta lay on hands, aren't you?
Yeah, can't do it. She is out of it, yeah.
on Sterling.
How far away is the girl?
She's past the boss from you. So the issue you have is if you try and move past this guy, you'll either have to use your action to disengage. Oh, and you have to stand up. So you only have 15 feet, so you can't get to her.
Right, guess I'm attacking the box.
All right.
But at an advantage, you know? So
There
there's
you go.
that. 15, so that's
Not
18.
20.
20. Yeah, you had 5 to your attack rolls. So you do hit him.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Get it.
Not a 1, not a 1, not a 1! Yeah! That's a 10.
That's 12, isn't it?
10.
Plus
Only
three.
3
plus
yeah.
3. Okay.
I wish.
So he is looking hurt now.
Woo! As he hits me 3 times and kills me again.
Now there's another person in melee. He's gonna split up his attacks. So
Thanks
it'll
for
be
the
his
medicine
turn.
check.
Yeah, it worked real good.
Your 10 GP are getting us a long way.
And so he goes, "Yar, stay down!" And he'll throw 2 fists at you. The first one will miss, and the second will miss. And then, so the 2 fists come down over here, and then the blade comes up at you. For a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Casual.
Spencer.
And that will be a 7 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Still up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Like a champ.
I
All
got
right,
the
the
beefy
tide is
rolls.
turning. Baby, Sterling.
Oh, get it.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Ooh, again.
oh fail.
Ugh. Failed the death
Fail.
save. 2 fails,
2
1
fails and a
success.
success. Right on the edge.
Borderline.
I would like to say, it's okay. Somebody save me.
It's okay, please help. And so that was, what's your number? 4 or
Number
5? Aurelius. Big moment.
Nope.
Is that a fail? Mm-hmm. All right. Aurelius' last breath expires from him as he lays on the ground. Number 6.
Do any more of the pirates that are on Tarina, or any more of them have fairy fire?
No.
No? Alright. Going to... I don't think any of them have taken damage. There's just 2 left, right?
Right.
Alright, so I'm just going to attack one of them.
Bardic Inspiration,
Yep.
remember.
So,
D6.
Yeah, I'm going to D6. So currently I have a 10, so I just have to roll 2 or higher. So 2 or higher.
Yes.
Great, so I hit it.
Alright.
Here comes the heat. Not really. 6 damage.
that's pretty good.
It's better
I think
than
you've
2.
hit him before.
No.
No,
These
this is a
last
clean
two these last two are undamaged.
Yeah, this,
You
is a,
aggroed
this is a
it,
clean
though,
one.
maybe.
All right. So, next, we're going to go to number 7, Ignis.
Still one in front of me.
Yes.
Is he glowing?
Yes.
Yes. Shocking grasp. I'm gonna give him that good touch.
All right.
Good touch.
Oh, look at that good touch.
17 ish.
Yes.
Nice.
4d8. 6 lightning damage.
All right.
Good
He
on him.
cannot use reactions.
Okay.
I will run away.
down the stairs or across the room? or
I
where you headed?
will. It's pretty cleared out in here now, right?
Yeah. Well, the patrons are cowering in the sides. No one wants anything to do with this real fight. Bar brawls happen. People kill each. This is like stay out of the way while this occurs. As long as you're not part of it, you keep your head down.
I'm gonna find like a table kind of away from everyone else. All the enemies, I should say.
Yeah.
And like run and slide across and just crouch down on the other side of a table.
All right. Sounds good. You do so. Next, we will go to number 8.
That's you.
That's me. There'll be 2 more attacks at Tarina.
Oh.
1 will hit. She has 5 health.
Oh no.
She takes 4 points of damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
She looks real bad.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
Not as bad as some other people in the room, perhaps.
The dead friend.
Better than 6.
Do you need any character sheet? I got you.
So
Too soon?
Too soon.
you're up. There's going to be 2 on you, Ignis, and 1 on you, Dolan. So the one on
2 on
Dolan.
me?
Yes.
They're moving towards.
Yeah. So the one on Dolan misses. 2 on Ignis.
I thought there were only 2 left.
Nope.
There's 5 left, right?
You
6.
said there were 2 left.
2 left on Tarina.
On Tarina. Yes.
Misheard.
However, a 4 plus their modifier does not hit. A 7 plus their modifier does not hit.
Real close though, I'm sure. Probably had 3. Yikes.
So, yeah. So there you go. Next, we are going to go to...
Oh man.
That's it for them. 9.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and medicine check Sterling again.
All right.
Wake up, you bastard! Ah! 10.
Stabilize.
Oh,
So with the
man.
medicine check, you need a 10 or higher to stabilize. This means, Sterling, that you are unconscious. You cannot wake up for D4 hours unless you receive healing, but you are stable.
Oh, just throw the old D4 there, yeah.
3 hours.
3.
3 hours. All right.
Oh.
10.
boy.
Dolan.
Reach 13.
All right.
What is that? Nice books.
And you're at the top of the stairs, right? You're within reach of,
Oh
within
my
vision
God.
of everybody
No, I
else.
think
No,
they're at
he's
the
at the
bottom.
bottom.
You're at the
of
bottom.
stairs.
Okay, so I don't know. Okay, gotcha.
That was
I am going to see that Valhalla is up now, fighting the boss.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my last Bardic Inspiration, play a chime, and give it over to you.
All right.
And then I am going to I'm going to stick the pirate that is right next to me.
All right.
I keep doing that.
With advantage.
Yes.
That's
Well,
with
with advantage.
advantage.
Do I get crit? No, I do not, but I hit it.
I kind of like the
What'd you get?
unveil. But
I got an 18 plus 4, which is 22.
I died.
Which is a damages
Ooh,
of 8
nice.
plus 2.
And he's done.
Done.
Done. You stick him,
Right through the
and
heart.
he drops.
Wow, that's
All
a
right.
very productive turn.
Next, we will go to number 1, Wild Rose.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, I just am done with this right now. I pull out my, I guess I have my weapons up. Or no, I dropped a short sword, so I'm going to pull out another short sword. I've got my comma-looking weapon in my hand, and I'm going to strike with it with my right. I don't have disadvantage because he is glowing. Oh gosh. Let me just try that again.
Nope, counts.
Nope, we're
Still counts.
we're LARPing. It's
I kept the first.
and then the second attack with my short sword hits.
16.
16 on the die was, so that'll be a
16 on the
20.
die. So
Yeah.
what was your 2 hits?
First hit was like a, what, I got a 4 on the
It's,
die?
Yeah,
it's
four.
sub 10.
Yeah.
All right, sub 10. All right, sounds good.
Okay.
You get sneak attack.
Woo, sneak
You
attack!
do get sneak attack.
I do not get an offhand damage though, so that's 8 damage total.
All right, sounds good. He's looking a little worse for wear. Valhalla. Oh. Sorry. The little cackling
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
halfling,
thank you.
pulls out. He kind of like puts his focus away, and he pulls out a vial, and he's gonna throw it. And he's going to throw it kind of onto someone who is on you. Someone who's on you.
Yeah.
Is
Someone who is on Ignis, I should say.
the guy that I shocked, he chased after me, the glowing one? Is that one of the ones?
Yeah.
Alright.
And so he will hit, and the person will erupt in alchemist fire and collapse, burning to the ground. So now there remain 3 pirates
And the boss.
and a boss. Next, we are going to go to number 2, Valhalla.
Yeah, right. Jackie the bossy now.
What are we doing?
Jackie, advantage, he's still glowing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
12,
Proclaim your
15.
action. You'll
15.
17.
What are you
17?
17.
You're doing a,
Oh, and I get a 6.
You don't
Hey.
don't use the 6. You don't
is
have
she
to.
doing a
You
perception?
don't have to.
Are you
But
But
you
what
can
if-
choose to. Do you want to use it?
But does it hit? Why would I use it if it hits?
You're not supposed to know before you use it.
What did you
Right.
roll?
Oh, 17.
But it is a free 6.
Yeah. You would know it was 17.
That hits. So no, why would I use that?
A 17 doesn't.
But wait, no, I'm gonna. No, I don't know.
17 would hit, but he uses his reaction to parry, raising his armor class, and it misses.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
All right, so the
Hey, at least you're alive.
so his armor class is raised against a single melee attack. So that one does not go through. That is the first time it has been within his range to parry. So, so there you go.
That's true.
Next, yeah, you haven't seen him do it before. So, that being said, we are going to go to him. And here comes 2 fists to Wild Rose and 1 scimitar to Valhalla. Fist number 1, 16 to hit.
Hit.
3 points of damage.
Down.
Down. So the next one will cause 2 death saves, or 2 failures. And the scimitar will come at you, and he will miss. So, number 4, you are unconscious. Number 5, Aurelius, you're dead. Number 6, Oren.
I'm going to stick a bolt or shoot a bolt.
Still unconscious.
Yeah.
Shoot a bolt at the pirate I've already damaged.
All right.
Yeah.
Big money, no whammies.
17 to hit.
Yes.
Great. 11 damage.
And he's down.
Great.
Nice.
So no one currently is around your friend Tarina.
there's
No,
one.
there's one more pirate still there.
No.
We killed
Dropped him.
the 2.
Oh,
Yep.
great.
Yep. No one is around Tarina. She will immediately
Yeah.
bolt for that back room, go through and shut the door.
Cool.
We'll never see her again.
How can she move if she has 1 hit point?
She can move as long as she has 1 hit point. That is the minimum required to do any
How can
movement
you
at
move
all.
with a broken foot?
Number 7, Ignis.
Is the guy in front of me glowing? The alive one?
Yes.
That good touch again. 20
Yes.
ish. 2 lightning damage.
Nice.
He does not have a reaction, so I run away again.
Nice. Sounds good. Number 8.
2.
All right. He will run up to you and he'll attack you again. Was anyone by him? No.
Alchemist.
No, he threw his thing. So he will miss you. The other person, pirate, is on you.
Rolling?
Yes. Well, no, I ended mine. I stuck him.
He did.
If you remember.
Yeah. Did I miss killing one? I shouldn't have.
I stuck mine.
No, because the second one had gone to one of you because of it had gone off of Aurelius. There's one more, so it was
There's
on
still,
one of you.
Well, there's one on me still.
All right, it will make an attack on you.
Great.
That's who I'm missing. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
All right, sounds good. So with that, we'll go to number 9.
All right. Look down at Sterling and be like, "That'll do," and
Dump the rest of the alcohol on it.
run up the stairs.
All right, you're at the top of the stairs. You still have your action.
Cool.
There's the boss. You're about 25 feet away from him. There's
What was my movement to get up the stairs?
30.
So amount of movement.
Yes.
All right. Can I pull my short bow and attack the one next to Orin?
Yeah.
Snake attack
Yes.
on a hit. 20 to hit.
Yes.
Oh yeah! First time I was at work. 2d6 plus.
Whispers.
Nice.
Oh,
12.
12.
The arrow sinks into him and he falls to the ground dead.
I'll go, yeah!
Yeah, boy.
10. Dolan.
All right. Who did you down? Was it just a pirate?
Yeah.
the one.
Okay, gotcha. Chieftain is still up. The pirate
Is he the only one left?
lord.
There's one pirate left, and it's the
Oh
one
yeah,
on
that's
you.
the one I mean.
Yeah.
It's the one on you, and then the boss.
And then the boss.
And then the boss. You're not down, are you? Are you?
I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay, good.
I'm
So
giving him that good touch.
I am going to step forward with my fiddle, and I'm gonna say, Your mark has left the room. Your squad is decimated. You have the yellowest teeth I've ever seen in my entire life. Vicious Mockery.
All right.
Jeez,
Vicious
dude.
Mockery
Yep.
does what?
Vicious Mockery. I unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature that I can see within range. If the target can hear you, which obviously you can, I'm in the room, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Which at
before the end of next
19
turn.
plus 0, sadly, he's heard worse. He's a pirate.
Sure.
Yeah, you should have went with Brown.
I figured I would try.
Number 1. Trying to diss a pirate.
What? Oh, it's me!
It's you.
I'm dying.
You are.
Nah. Get back. Look at that.
Just kidding.
Is that a fail?
Yeah, I'm dead.
All right. That's the last. So, another one. Last gasp of air.
Alright.
What does this say about us? If we let 2 of our...
We're level 1, that's what it says.
Well...
Number 2. Valhalla.
I'm gonna attack that box then. Let's
All
go.
right. At advantage.
Yep.
Crit him. Do it.
Oh
Crit!
yeah! Yes.
All right. Roll 2d10 plus 3.
Roll 2 damage. Do that.
Do that.
It's a 3 and a 3.
Do 3s. I mean,
Well, I mean, like, that's good, right?
9 points of damage.
I see the 10s.
Yeah, I see
Me
him.
too. Yeah, there's see some 8s.
All right. He's still standing.
Mother of sweet baby fucking tits. Sorry. Excuse my French.
Number 3.
That was English.
He looks around. Yarr! To the death then! And he'll pull a dagger and he'll stick you with 2 daggers. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Second. 14.
No.
And here comes a scimitar. And that will be a 19.
Ouch.
Damn it.
Ouch.
That will be 7 points of slashing
Okay.
damage. Not dead.
Dying.
Dying.
You're
Mostly
fine. You drop.
dead.
the track.
All right. So, and you're down. So he will make his 30-foot movement towards the door, towards the stairs down. So
That's
I
not
think
to the
that
death.
He passes through me, right?
he
You are at
goes
the top
up
of
to
the
you.
stairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oh.
Big. I'm just. Can I grin at him and throw my bow on the ground?
Did you just like trip him downstairs?
I'm out.
Hey, he's gonna triple my body and die.
Thought you were good for a pint.
Oi, I'm on your team.
Number 4 is unconscious. Number 5 is dead. Number 6,
Me.
Oren.
I'm gonna shoot with my heavy crossbow at the pirate captain.
All right.
19 to hit.
19
Uh-huh.
sinks into his back. What's your minimum damage?
5.
He's dead.
No, I killed him. That was on me.
This entire
I hate you.
This entire time, Oren's just been leaning back in the couch, just shooting at his crossbow.
He collapses to both his knees. He looks up at you, Egan.
Yeah, what's up?
You could have been a pirate. And he falls past you and tumbles down the stairs.
Over my body, and I
As he tumbles down, I'm just gonna watch until he hits the bottom. Just
With that,
All right.
the whole place is silent.
There's still one.
There's still one
pirate
pirate.
He's gone.
No,
He's
he's
dead.
dead.
He's dead.
Now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
Takes 6 lightning damage.
He's dead. What
He's
is
just
it?
like watching his captain die. He's like, oh no. And then
What? Yeah, I just took it.
The mighty fist.
quick thing.
Yeah.
Can I run down the stairs?
Not quite yet. So, the place is silent. Patrons are like kind of getting up, taking drinks.
Run to stabilize.
You have the time. I won't make you roll. Everyone who's dying can be stabilized, but you do your best to those who have fallen. Pull them to the centers of the room. Who among you is dead?
Well, we'll see you in hell.
Who's dead?
Wild Rose and
Hey.
Aurelius.
spoilers.
Wild Rose
Yeah.
lies in a pool of her own blood.
I really liked your character too.
As you're dragging Wild Rose across the room, however, you notice her blood is leaving a black trail.
What the hell?
There's a blackish ichor. And another glance will show that it is leaking out of a weapon that she has.
Uh-huh.
That's not normal.
How do you get all the magic items?
I don't know.
What item?
Can you describe this item?
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it looks like a sickle the way she's holding it, but upon closer inspection, it's it's more of like what you've heard of like smoke-powered powder firearms. No one's seen my character artwork that I purchased for this character.
So,
instead.
Favorite is the setting that we are in as they pass that around and take a look at it. In Faerun, there is smoke powder and there are firearms. They are kind of a rare thing, but Wild Rose has one on her. You probably have not seen these before, most of you, although if you're a longtime resident of Baldur's Gate, there's a chance, or at least at the very least you've heard of them. But it is... Say again?
I snatch it.
No. So, you notice as you do that, the ichor from it is kind of all over Wild Rose. And it's seeped into her skin, and her veins have kind of a blackish tint to them.
Uh-oh. I went all venom.
Yeah. Lucky.
Who else is dead?
Aurelius.
Don't
Really?
say that. We don't know what that means.
Is that it?
Lucky.
All right. So,
Lucky.
Is that it? 2 out of 8.
this is not bad. I mean, given that so many people were dying for a while, it's not bad. So that being said, the halfling kind of comes up, and he says, "Do you have more than 10 gold?"
I can give you everything I own.
You are
You're
dead.
dead.
You cannot talk.
You're dead.
I have 10 gold.
I can give you everything she owns. Sorry.
I have 10 gold.
I have an option.
What's your price?
I mean, we can haggle about it if you want. Should we go to the back room?
Just get on with it.
Let's get the body off the floor. Let's all go to the back room. I saw your friend disappear back there. She seemed all right. Should we go back? We can talk
What?
about it.
Yeah.
2 seconds, and I want to run downstairs and check the pirate captain.
Wait, Pirate Captain's upstairs, dude.
No, he fell down
He
the
fell
stairs.
down.
But yeah.
Oh,
he's-
I would like to check his
So I
pockets.
will give you guys the loot. I'm not worried about that. As part of like you had to go down to drag Timothy's body
Sure.
up, so you have collected.
You were still
Okay.
down
You're unconscious.
for 3
Sterling.
hours.
Sterling. I'm not worried about it.
I am.
Are you going to interrupt the stream, or are we going to keep going? We're going
Hey,
to keep
hey,
going is
hey,
the answer.
hey, what's
Woo!
the- what's
All
the
right. So
stream?
with that being said, you have the bodies of everyone upstairs. The halfling has suggested you come to the back room with everybody. Do you go?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, the halfling, once you're there, will look around and kind of say, "So I hesitate to mention this, but I could bring him back.
Both of them?
Ooh.
Well, one, the other one, black veins. I'm not touching that. I could bring him back.
What's your cost?
More than 10 gold.
Well, how much more than 10?
300 is the going rate.
I don't have that.
You know, just because we have pins of flaming fist doesn't mean we're exactly wealthy.
That said, I suppose the pirate captain probably has plenty of gold aboard his ship.
We would give you
Only
the
if-
pirate captain's booty.
Give him the ship.
Nobody
He
knows
has
what
a
the
nice...
ship is.
I'll tell you what. Before we go through and look at it all, I'll take his loot. Just the things that are on him. You can have his ship. I'll just take the things that are on him.
Yeah, you should take that ring he tried to punch me in the
Whoa,
face
whoa, whoa,
with.
whoa, 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 wait. He didn't have a ring
Yeah, he
on
did.
his
Yeah,
hand. No,
he did.
when I went down to check, he didn't have a ring.
He certainly...
Oh, he had a ring.
He had a ring.
Deception.
fail. There's an imprint of the ring on the face.
Valhalla's face.
of
That was
Valhalla.
just from the stairs.
I didn't fall down the stairs.
What?
So that being said, he's like, I'll take everything that's on him.
Oh.
Sold for the life of our companion. Does anyone?
No, yeah, it's cool. Fine.
They do say that lives are worth copper in Baldur's Gate, so that sounds like quite a bit, though, doesn't it? Shouldn't we just haggle about this a little bit more?
Oh, if you want me to kill people, it's copper.
Oh. Apologies.
Nobody saves people here.
You do though. Look at her cowering in the corner. You saved her life. Good job.
Right. Just do it.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm imagining that time is a wasting
Time.
time.
She's bleeding out in the corner.
Yeah. By the way, you have
It's
about
not you. She. Tarina.
No, Tarina's alive, but you have about a minute, and so most of that has passed. You've got about 6 seconds left to make this decision.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Pulls out
Democracy.
pulls out a vial, pours it down Aurelius's throat. This is not a perfect science. It's an alchemical attempt to restart your heart. So you are going to need a con save.
Has anybody ever seen Reanimator?
Of what?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just a Constitution saving throw.
West.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it a life.
13.
13 will make, but not without complications.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No plus.
You
No, I don't have that. I only got one good stat.
For the time being, your Constitution is lowered by 2 points. But it is temporary. I'm not going to tell you how it gets fixed, but it is fixable. You just system shock. But you'll come back to life.
Okay.
And the halfling will immediately pull the ring off the captain's finger, pull the coin purse out of his pocket, and he says, by the way, I'll let you know, I've heard of the ship. The Uncivil Serpent, that looked like most of his crew. There's probably not left on it.
It's got a big mouth for such a little child.
I believe we own a boat.
Well, you'll probably have to finish off who's on it. And I will tell you, it takes about a crew of 20, which means there's probably about 8 people left on it, so be careful. But, they'll be waiting for the night, so maybe go get some rest.
Always wanted this shit.
Thanks for the money.
Thank you.
Dead person.
Thanks for the life.
Sorry about the complications.
You owe her.
The dead one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What?
because she.
Why? What is she?
Wild Rose
Oh,
is
she
the
paid
one
me
that
to
gave
help.
him 10p.
She paid me to help. I wouldn't have. The loud boom, that was me. Some heels, that was me. Your living friend, that was me. You owe her. Give her a nice burial.
I
okay?
would like to acquire Wild Rose's belongings.
Alright, so you reach down and you grab the object. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, rough. Good night.
Do you want to die?
I'm gonna die.
Like a
Nice. Oh, nice.
22.
Alright,
19 plus 3.
so you grab it, you pick it up.
Yeah.
You will take half of D12 damage, which is a 3, so you only take 1 point. But it is cold and hurting you as you hold it. So if you hold it any longer, it will cause you to take damage.
I'm gonna throw it in my bag real quick and just let it go.
It sticks to your hand.
I'm gonna shake it like 4 times until it gets in the bag, and then once it's in the bag, I'm gonna use the bag to pry it off my hand.
All right, so you grab it with the other hand.
No.
Make another Constitution saving
no.
throw.
I'm grabbing the outside of the bag.
I know, it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah. Trying to steal from other players.
7.
Consequences.
7. I'm not stealing. I'm holding on to it.
You have a feeling that it was doing its thing because it was on her. So you take 10 points of damage and you drop.
Oh,
As it hits the ground, it kind of rolls up to Wild Rose's side.
I always get the cursed items, guys. Come on, we know this.
Her
That
veins
being
turn
said,
black.
we will be ending in about 15 minutes. At this point, You can gather treasure from the bandits. I won't count that out on stream. There's some money, there's some objects. But what I will do is I will have everyone but Spencer, Wild Rose, leave. Okay? And so just head out there. If you, it's nice outside. Head outside for a minute.
Would you grab my
Try not to
crutches?
overhear this. Which side did I put your crutches on? Yeah, do your best to not overhear this. And no one tune into the stream while you're out there.
Oh, come on.
Why are you trying to leave before the? Oh, you're good.
Why are you
Um,
bitching away? Get up
Yeah,
now.
no, we got over.
Don't forget to give us.
Nick, Skeet says hi.
What's up, Matt?
And let's see, where did I put that guy? There we go.
Why are you stepping on my shoelaces?
I tried.
You can't just be a normal person and just walk around. You just can't.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
To the window, to the walls, to the walls.
So the crutches and your ball.
So-
Until I fall. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, skids, and those.
Keep rolling,
Oh,
friends.
skids.
I don't want anyone to overhear.
Oh, we're gone. When you hear the door close, that's the last person.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. Sorry to kick you out.
It'll only be like probably 5 or so.
All right. So, as Wild Rose falls, a blackness kind of takes over your senses.
Okay.
You feel your life kind of both clinging as hard as it can and drifting away. In this moment of falling, after the darkness, through your eyelids, you see the world in kind of a strange way. You see the fight progress. You see the bandit captain fall. All of this unable to move. You watch your friends drag bodies around and head to the back room. You hear the deal made for Aurelius's life. All of this is kind of somewhat removed from itself, as though the thing is happening and you're watching it next to that.
Okay.
Everything is shadowy, everything is gray.
But it's dreamlike. I don't have a sense of consciousness and thought.
Exactly.
Okay.
You do look down and see yourself. You see these black veins. And then a voice kind of echoes. What the blade?
The blade?
Wet the blade, and I will show you power. You want to
How?
live.
I can't move. Or can I?
You get the feeling, yeah, as you attempt to move, you can move in this state. Your body
Okay.
stays where
I'm kind
it
of
is.
getting used to, yeah, like.
Yeah,
So I feel this kind of feathery lightness, I assume. and
yes.
So I see maybe Egan dropping the gun, and it's sliding over. It slides over to my hand, and I pick it up. And the body of the captain is still being stripped down by the halfling
Yep.
right now. So I kind of am moving over, and I assume, like, is my body crawling on the floor as like I move in this?
No, your body is
Okay.
just kind of stationary.
Okay. So I move over and I look at the captain, and I kind of feel this like anger, you know, and I whisper a curse towards the captain, just like, you know, I hope you face the greatest torment in the afterlife, and I'm gonna try to plunge the blade into the captain.
It kind of passes through, and the voice says, "No, living. You must be living with the blade."
I look at the halfling and I say, but he
He's thirsty.
I,
Do you want to live?
yeah, she bites her lip and she looks at the halfling, and the halfling is just so distracted by like looking through little hidden pockets and stuff like that. She is gonna jab it into the halfling.
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
At advantage.
Okay. Well, I'm not. Ooh, do I get to use my charisma right now for this?
No.
Okay. Okay, we make it 19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay.
So the blade sinks into the halfling.
Mm-hmm.
The halfling doesn't seem to react, although as you do and pull the blade out, a little like shadow pulls away from the halfling.
Okay.
And she says, voice, the female voice inside your head, says, "It is done. You will know. You will know secrets. You will know power. You will live, but you will obey me.
But I will live again.
Yes."
I'm not done. I'm not done. I thank you. And you're with me still?
I am watching.
And what about him? I point to the halfling.
He will be dead soon.
I see. I see that we have to do things that are unfair.
Do not tell your friends; they will not understand.
No, they won't understand. I did something right to help them, and I had to do something wrong to help myself, and the scales are balanced. Thank you.
You are welcome. I will be here. Keep the blade wet. And that kind of trails away. Everything fades in and out and in and out, and then you blink your eyes open, and you're there, alive.
Okay.
And so with that, we'll kind of end there. Next week we'll pick up
Okay.
with what occurs in the room with you and the party.
Okay.
But that being said, just so everyone knows, the entire party has hit level 2. Combat went longer than expected, but we will start the next session with a level 2 party. And it seems everyone living except a poor little halfling. Thank you all for tuning in. Special thanks to anyone from TikTok who showed up. Special thanks to friends and family. Couldn't do without you. Please feel free to follow the Instagram. Message us there. We'll have more announcements of things to come. And like I've mentioned, we're also going to get a lot more interactive with the stream. So
We'll probably get everyone's social media on there too, so you can hit us up if you have questions about our characters or anything like that.
And speaking about questions about characters, beyond that, don't reveal too much.
Right.
Because we're going to do a series of interviews, hopefully once a week, time to BD, where I'll sit down with characters live, do a little interview. Anyone watching can ask them questions in person in that moment. We'll have VODs about who these people are as wonderful people coming up. But yeah, thanks again so much. And until next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m., get out there and roll some dice. Awkward as I turn this off.
It's always awkward as you turn the stream off.